accidentally stepping on their tail, and you say, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Pickles." But as you kiss his nose and rub his little belly welly, you know Mr. Pickles is thinking, "You betrayed me." Anywho, Progressive pays up to $1,000 in vet bills if your pet is injured in an auto accident. Learn more at Progressive.com and watch where you step. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Collision coverage subject to policy terms. Not available in all states.
Febreze.
Fabric Talk. Hey, it's me, your couch. Today's my favorite day of the week. Febreze Fabric Spray Day. The occasional deep cleans are nice, but in between, you know I'm needing a refresh. Ooh, here she comes with the Febreze Fabric Spray. Oh yeah, spritz them armrests. Don't be shy. Nothing like a good spray down to get me smelling so fresh and clean. Don't forget my back. Nice. Febreze Fabric Spray. It's just that easy. Now we can both breathe happy. Febreze. La 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 la.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement. Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 800-699-9043.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. It was a 10-inning affair in Seattle last night. The Mariners came out on top 2-1 over the White Sox. Mitch Haniger's single in the 10th drove in the winning run. The Mariners have won 16 one-run games. That's the most in the majors. It's a 4-game winning streak. They've got a 6.5-game advantage over Texas in the American League West. The Sox are a major league worst, 17-52. The losing skid sits at 4.
Bellinger hits a drive into right center field and deep. This ball's got a chance. Gone.
Cubs radio 4-3 the win at Tampa Wednesday. Cody Bellinger hit a 3-run homer in the 7th. Cubs closer Hector Neris allowed Jose Caballero's solo homer in the 9th before earning his 10th save in 13 chances. Seiya Suzuki homered for the Cubs, who are 6-13 since May the 22nd. They're 7 games out of first place in the National League Central. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Time for an oil change? Right now, you can save on Valvoline Restore and Protect, the only oil that restores and protects your engine to like factory clean. You can also save on brakes, tools, and more during the Father's Day sale with dad-approved deals through June 16th. AutoZone Father's Day sale, now through the 16th.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case.
For a little lighthearted lawlessness on Sunday afternoons, listen to Handle on the Law from 4 to 7 p.m. Handle on the Law is a unique combination of useful legal advice and outrageous Handle remarks. Whether you're talking about Big Brother, big business, big legal problems, or Big Macs, you'll rarely find Bill without an opinion. His rapid-fire commentary gives listeners the information they crave in the way they crave it. It's Handle on the Law, Sunday afternoons from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Batteries Plus Bulbs is more than batteries and bulbs. It's your repair shop for Apple devices, Samsung Galaxy devices, and more. Located on Randall Road, just south of 20 in Elgin, Batteries Plus Bulbs fills all your battery and light bulb needs in one stop. They have the largest selection of batteries for ATVs, cameras, phones, laptops, scooters, cars and homes, and everything else. Looking to save money with energy-efficient LED or holiday lighting? Stop in at Batteries Plus Bulbs in Elgin. Go to batteriesplus.com for special offers.
Welcome to
WRMN out to lunch. I am out to lunch. Actually out to lunch, not in studio today. We are connected back to the studio right now. My name is Dennis Onar Green. I'll be taking you through the next exciting 2 hours at the grand opening of Buddy's Home Furnishing. That's Buddy's Home Furnishing, just up the road from the station at 607 Dundee Avenue here in Elgin. Come on down. They are going to have a grill cookout. We've got T-shirts that are here, all kinds of different things, information. Check out the wonderful showroom that we are sitting in right now. Speaking of sitting in right now, that would be Nancy Wally, and I practiced that. I swear I did. But thank you very much for inviting us in. This is so amazing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming in. We are so happy to have you guys here for the grand opening of Buddy's, and we have a lot going on today.
How long has this dream been in fruition? How long have you been excited for this grand opening, being a business owner and having this ribbon cutting? Take a moment and just enjoy that. Being able to say that.
You heard that big sigh. It has definitely been a labor of love. It's been something that actually my husband and I have been working on for at least the past year, and then this ribbon cutting for quite some time as well. So it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm very happy that it's here.
That's amazing. So why did you and your husband pick a home furnishing company?
Well, it was actually my husband's idea. Okay. He kind of wanted to get into this business for quite some time. He's a truck driver, and he kind of just said this would be something we want to explore. So we went and researched, even prior to that year, a ton of different furniture companies. And Buddy's is just such an amazing company. It just gave us all of the resources, the tools, the ability to help our community, which this type of business does. Yeah. So with the whole rent-to-own idea, affordable payment plans, all of that, Elgin was perfect. And I'm an Elginite. I mean, I have lived here for 20 years and absolutely love it, and really just wanted to have something here that was good quality stuff at affordable prices.
That is an amazing dream, and it's so great that you brought that to Elgin, that dream, because you could have taken that dream anywhere, because you're setting history.
Yeah.
You're setting history with bringing Buddy's to this side of Chicago, this side of Illinois in general.
Absolutely. Buddy's is actually the first one in the greater Chicagoland area, but there is 350 locations, a little over that now, in nationwide. Mm-hmm. Most of them kind of being in the South, Florida, Georgia, Texas, different areas there. But I mean, this is a real big pioneering adventure bringing it to Illinois, but I think it's going to do great. I mean, it really is a great company with some great products, mm-hmm. and we're excited to be here.
Absolutely. And you are, like you said, you are providing a service. Like we all talk about, okay, business here, business there, but at the end of the day, a business provides services.
Yes.
That's really what it is. We can all talk about what's doing here or that, but at the end of the day, a business only survives when it provides a service. And with this, you guys are providing a great service. Ben and I talked about it on the show earlier this week, that not only are you providing the service of the actual furniture itself, here you are, amazing quality products that you are able to retain right here and take home with you, but you're also helping build that financial foundation that some people may not have yet. I remember graduating from high school and only having folding chairs and milk cartons, and you're watching TV on your laptop or your phone or something.
Eating your ramen noodles.
Eating your ramen noodles. It was the same way when I got out of the Navy. Sometimes you have these restarts in your life, or sometimes you want a restart in your life. You're like, wait a minute, I've been sitting on this thing for too long.
Yeah.
What can I do to kind of enhance the life that I've got here? With your husband and you brought this idea together, was that the service mind that you were going towards when you said, I want to do a home furnishing company, and that's why you took that direction for home furnishing?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great way to put it. I mean, you hit the nail on the head, but I think some of the other things that Buddies is able to offer that I really wanted to bring to this community is, initially there's a lot of people that can't really afford to pay a huge lump sum for a nice refrigerator or a sofa set or whatnot. So we don't run credit, and not initially running credit kind of gives us the option of working with everyone that is maybe have had some questionable choices over the time frame, where now they are starting to try to rebuild and try to make things a little bit better. So we have these plans in place, these affordable weekly payment options, monthly payment options, whatever someone needs to be able to buy a ridiculously comfortable Sealy mattress or a beautiful range washer and dryer, different things. Speaking of washer and dryer, we're giving one away today.
Oh, wow. So
yeah.
come on in. Absolutely. Jump in for that raffle.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right with that. It's taking credit back to the local level.
Yeah.
Like when we were all jumping around, riding horses and going to taverns back and forth and everything else, it was the tab, it was the credit, it was the good name, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the national credit gets our good name wrong.
Yeah.
Right. We
You're
may be
absolutely right.
upstanding people, and maybe there was something as far as like maybe a medical bill got us, or all of a sudden there was somebody who passed away and we got some of their payments and had to do something along those lines. So just because your credit isn't your good name score.
Yeah.
So you setting this up in this community and helping people that are here, what you're doing is you're taking credit back to the local side, and you're saying, you know what, you're right. I do trust you to come in.
You are absolutely
How
right.
can we help you?
It's a relationship business. And I talk to all my employees about this. Like, it's not generally just trying to sell an item and get them out of here, but we're building relationships with these people. They come in, we know them by name. It is an environment that is, okay, we're back to the quote unquote bartering or whatever other systems you were talking about in the past, where you actually get to know your customers a little bit. You trust them. You make a good decision of, them being able to get the things that they want.
Absolutely. We are out to lunch at Buddy's Home Furnishings, 607 at Dundee Avenue here in Elgin. Come on in and make sure that you get in for the drawing of the washer and dryer set. They look amazing. Is that what these are behind me over here? These
They're actually the white ones at the other end.
Wonderful. Yeah, I see the raffle over there.
Yeah, absolutely. They're the ones at the other end. There's also Bluetooth speakers, a Roku projector and screen.
Well, let's talk about some of your amazing things that you have here. So you hit all of the different rooms, right? Is all the different areas that are here. So if you can think of it, if it belongs in your house, you guys have it here.
Absolutely.
So televisions, entertainment systems, all the way to comfy furniture and mattresses.
Absolutely. The ones I were just mentioning was just our giveaways today. So come in and try to get some giveaways.
Really? Those giveaways. I'm sorry. I thought you were giving me the inventory.
No, we're giving away a bicycle, a lot of cool stuff. So just come in to check out the giveaways. But as far as the furniture for the home, you are absolutely right. There is appliances, electronics, every room of the house furniture, mattresses, the whole 9 yards. So it's worth a look. I think right behind us is a bunk bed. I don't know if we're able to see that as well.
Yeah, and this is a kid's bunk bed that's really neat because it's also got built-in drawers as well. I mean, we're all looking at space, right? We're all trying to make the most of our space. And with this, I have two young ones that spent some time as bunk bed mates, and honestly, this is an upgrade.
Solid wood. It's beautiful, and it's got stairs instead of a ladder, so you don't run the safety risks involved with ladders. So
absolutely,
can hang out on that top stairs and read a book. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty neat. And you've got some other things here. You were talking about Bluetooth speakers and other things. But what surprised me is everybody thinks about the inside. You have outside things as well. So if you wanted to, if you're looking for that grill for Father's Day,
that's wonderful grill.
And this is what you're talking about. You're like, hey, I really want to get that. I know I can afford the monthly payment of this. Come in here and come in with the idea of this is where I'm going to set up my foundation for my credit and my turnaround and my new life here, because when you come in, you guys aren't going to sell me anything that I can't afford, because it hurts both of us.
You're absolutely right.
And now, by all means, if we were the big box stores or anything else, and it was the lump sum type of places, they're going to sell me everything that I can possibly fit out into my car.
Right.
You're going to turn around and you're going to say, look, you came in for a dining room set. This is what we can do. Let's move it over here. Oh, were you going to dress it up a little bit? Let's see what else we can work with, because you work within a budget of somebody.
Yes, you are absolutely right. That is exactly the model, is trying to get to a spot where everybody can be in control of their lives, and we'll just help them get the things that they want. And, you briefly mentioned the grill, and I just don't want to go over that, because yesterday we smoked a brisket on it.
Get out of town.
And it was amazing. I mean, it's a smoker. It's got the pellets. There's a bunch of different ones too, but the one that we're serving hot dogs on today is the smoker. So beautiful grills, definite amazing Father's Day gift. So come in and take a look at those as well.
Absolutely. And you can't have a living room without the electronics. You've got to have some amazing things that are here. I see some standing speakers. There's definitely some large screens over here. And then I know we didn't get a shot. We may have to get it later. There is a full-on gaming set just behind this this children's setup that you guys have over here.
Yeah.
So you could come in and get your entire bedroom set up, including the computer.
Absolutely. There's a gaming computer back there where you were talking about. There's also PS5s and Xboxes. And that one that you pointed out was an 85-inch TV. So, wow. I mean, it's beautiful. I don't have an 85-inch TV. I don't know when I will, but it is here. So I definitely appreciate it while I'm here. It's pretty awesome. So there's artwork. There's the little plants, as well as, different things that you could display on your items. But as far as electronics, one of my favorite things is there's electric bikes. So bicycles that you can pedal like normal, but if you need a little bit of help, if you need to get somewhere a little bit faster, we have a big community of walkers in Elgin and bikers, and this kind of gives you that extra oomph. You handle the electric part, and it's like 17 miles per hour at that point. Generally speaking, I would say I want to bike. I want to lose weight. I want to be in shape. I want to be healthy. But if I get tired on those uphills, I'm definitely going to be using that little electric push.
To put some weird hills, or hills in some odd spaces. I don't know who the city planner was.
Yeah,
those are some odd hills that they've got going on here. But you're absolutely right. It's part of jumping back into that community. Is you mentioned it. There are people who have these needs here in the community, and you are coming in right now and fulfilling that need. We are going to take a break right now. We will be back with more at Buddy's Home Furnishings, 607 Dundee Avenue, here in Elgin, Illinois. You're listening to Out to Lunch with WRMN.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. No matter the time of the day, WRMN 1410 AM is your platform to voice your views, share your stories, and connect with the Valley like never before. We're more than just radio. We're a community conversation that's always live, always local, and always looking for your input. Want to chime in on the drive time deal with Matt McNeil? Got a hot tip for first shift with Marky B? Or maybe you've got a question for a one-on-one with Leah. Now's the time to make your voice heard by calling Studio 14 at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. You can join in the dialogue from wherever you are by commenting on our YouTube live streams at WRMN Radio. Hit the subscribe button to get notified when we go live and bring your comments to the table. It's easy, it's fun, and hey, it's what neighbors do. We talk, we listen, we engage. You're not just the audience, you're part of the show. Call in, comment, and let's make radio interactive. WRMN 1410 AM, where your words are part of our wavelength.
From morning coffee to your evening commute, WRMN 1410 AM is here for you. The faithful friend that brings you local news, timely topics, and the friendliest voices in the Valley. Stay informed, entertained, and engaged with our full lineup of shows, streaming all day, every day at WRMN1410.com or on the WRMN app. Wherever you are, we're right there with you. So why switch stations? Stick with the one that has it all. WRMN 1410 AM, your daily companion, your constant conversation.
A recent Gallup poll indicated that 38% of Americans are putting off health care because of financial concerns, the highest ever recorded. I'm Dr. Bob Martin, here to serve you every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. Millions of Americans are seeking health advice that will not cost an arm and a leg, so I offer health tips and advice absolutely free. Listen to my show, Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4 right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM, the voice of the Valley and the home of Radio Shopping Show.
Be sure to catch the first shift weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. for important information like fire tips from Elgin Fire Chief Rob Sagan.
The thing in the winter that we're more concerned with is carbon monoxide, because that we don't get in the summer. That carbon monoxide issues occur because of heating equipment. Anything that burns natural gas, if it is faulty, can generate high levels of carbon monoxide, which in time can be fatal. So I can't emphasize enough the importance of having carbon monoxide detectors in your home. Every single year you will see somewhere in the country, and usually we'll get one or two in the Chicagoland area, where you'll see multiple fatalities in one home. You can't smell carbon monoxide, you can't taste carbon monoxide, you have no idea it's happening. And so it's critically important that you have the right detectors in your home.
It's the first shift weekday mornings at 6 a.m. with me, Marky B, right here on WRMN.
America's Best Restaurants travels the country and features restaurants that you should visit each week. Recently, the cast and crew made their way to Renata's German Restaurant in Hanover Park. Renata serves old family recipes and delicious German-influenced food. Renata's also specializes in a wide variety of traditional German baked goods, too. So, if you've yet to visit Renata's, try America's Best Restaurants choice. Drop in soon for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Visit renatasgermanrestaurant.com.
Anderson Japanese Gardens, ranked the highest quality Japanese garden in North America and located right in the heart of Rockford. Their mission is to open minds to a different culture while offering a place of peace and tranquility where one can find healing, renewal, inspiration, and a re-energized soul. A premier destination for corporate functions, special events, weddings, and receptions. For directions, hours, and fees, visit andersongarden.org today.
Theriault Booth, a leading local law firm, is located on the beautiful Fox River in downtown St. Charles. Here's Ryan Theriault.
For better or worse, there are just times people need a lawyer. Whether you are involved in a work injury, in an automobile crash, selling a home, or even planning for your estate after your passing, we're here. We're local. We're part of the community.
For more information, visit them on the web at tbfirm.com or give them a call at 630-526-4242.
Welcome back to WRMN. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. I'm taking you out to lunch right now. And of course, out to lunch, I am grilling out with my new friends, my new Buddy's Home Furnishing. That would be 607 Dundee Avenue. That's where we're having our out to lunch right now. Come get some hot dogs. Come get some burgers. Are you doing burgers too,
We're
Nancy?
doing like a chicken chicken thingy. I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Chicken chili taquito type things. And
surprised.
Yep, potato salads and chips and drinks and I don't know, all types of fun stuff. Come on out and check it out.
It sounds phenomenal.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get and sink my teeth into those. That's right. We are here at Buddy's Home Furnishings. Buddy's Home Furnishings is just down the road on Dundee where they've got that construction going on Summit. I wish they would just hurry up and get that done.
Yeah,
already.
that would be nice.
We appreciate the effort, fellas, but you know, hey, we've got places to be and potholes to swerve away from. That's 607 Dundee Avenue that's up here. And we were talking with Nancy because we're going through a dream. We're sitting in a dream right now. I love doing it. I love sitting in dreams because this started out as an idea. This wasn't just a buddy's home furnishings fell into your lap. You guys pulled this into fruition here. Can you tell me a little bit about how that idea really came about?
Really out of thin air.
Your husband was is he still a driver? Is he still a truck driver right now?
He still has his truck. He still does a little bit of it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And this is the, hey, I don't want to be out on the road anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a definitely good way to put it.
He's sparked this.
Yeah. He kind of, you start having, I admire truck drivers so much. You start having some back trouble, being out on that road all day long, all night long. I mean, it really makes it tough. So that is exactly how this all started, is we said, how do we get you out of this? What's next? What are we going to do? And this kind of throwing around the ideas and trying to get it going. And I'm actually a realtor. I've been a realtor for a really long time. And it was really something that I was just like, I will help you with it. I have the business acumen. I have the business degrees. Let's get this done. And I would be happy to help get everything started, get off the ground. And I kind of fell in love with it a little bit. I mean, I have a wonderful staff. The soft open, we've gotten a few customers in. They've all been great too. I mean, I'm not going to kid myself and think everybody's going to be perfect, but generally speaking, we've had, it's family at this point. It is that back to that relationship thing. And we just decided Buddies is the way to go, even though we could have done different furniture franchises or done one simply on our own, but really just more of the research and figuring out what kind of company Buddies is and what they stand for. We chose this, and we've kind of been running with it, and they have given us so much support. We actually have people here now from corporate. So
amazing.
Yeah. So they've given us a ton of support, and it's been great. Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's what you guys did, the research. You didn't just say, we're just going to jump both feet into Buddies without doing any research or looking. How does Buddies compare to some of the other store chains that are out there? How is Buddies different, and why did you choose Buddies for that?
So even though I said at the beginning they have like over 350 locations, that's still small compared to some of these huge names that maybe in Illinois we know a little bit more when we think about the rent-to-own world. Being part of a company who still treats you like family was just very important to us.
I've gone into some of these places before, and those sales associates just follow you.
Yeah.
You go in, you feel like you're moving from room to room, and it feels like that person's on the same path.
Yeah.
Like that person is rolling the same number of dice on those spaces that you are for it. Whether it's the Swedish side of it, sometimes they'll follow you around, or if you're looking at more of the other places that are out there, they always seem to follow you. And for here, I haven't seen once somebody that was just hawking somebody to go, what are you going to buy? It's always, can I help you? I'll be just over here if you need anything.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that. And I think a lot of it is the way that I have trained my employees to treat people when they come in is I don't like that high pressure situation, but I do want them to absolutely welcome with open arms anybody who comes in. And since Buddies is a little new to this area, just simply ask them, have they been to Buddies? Have they heard of Buddies? So that initially they at least tell them they have what kind of different payment options they have. The rental thing, absolutely not follow them around, not make it to a situation where they're a little bit uncomfortable or whatnot, but feel welcome. Like I am sitting there having conversations with these people, and they're telling me about their kids. They're telling me about their adventures. So initially when they come in, oh, you haven't heard of Buddies? Well, we don't run credit. We have free delivery and free setup. We have free service. So all of these little things that we can tell them initially about Buddies, and then what is it you're looking for? At that point, maybe they want to tell us that, well, help me find a good mattress or help me find, whatever it is, but look around, take your time, see what you need. And then we're here when you need us.
That's very true. Nobody comes into a home furnishing store just like they're like maybe peckish for a hamburger. They're either like, I'm not really 100% happy with the stuff that I have, or I'm looking for something completely brand new. So somebody's always coming in, and it's always the showroom that always dazzles them and keeps them in, right? Somebody will come in and stay for about, they do the loop and then they go right back out. But here, I'm still seeing people come in and in and in, and I've yet to see anybody walk out. How many people are in this room right now? My goodness. Because this is the best part about it is you get to try everything out. I feel like in this showroom, you've made it so welcoming that I feel like when I come in, I'm looking for whoever is the homeowner of here and where are they hanging out right now
love
so
that.
I can come and sit down with them.
That's a great way to put it. Absolutely. I love that. Definitely.
So
it's a nice place to be. I enjoy coming here every day.
Yeah, it is a wonderful and a fantastic location. So that's my next question is why right here on this side of the city? You're a realtor. It was this neighborhood that was
Very
something that
good
drew to
point.
you?
I actually did help find this location, and there was a couple of reasons. We are in the east side of Elgin, just a couple blocks away from Kimball. By the downtown area. And really, there is a lot of homes or multifamily homes around here. There's a ton of rentals. When you're dealing with rentals, a lot of those types of customers are the ones who need our services. So in addition to that, we have Larson Junior High Middle School, which my kids went to, literally right next door to us, in addition to Family Dollar being next door to us, and a ton of residential. So location-wise, being on 25 on Dundee and being able to see the Buddies sign, see us, welcome them in, it was just a ideal corner location for welcoming people in and having some exposure as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful corner over here. It is 607 Dundee Avenue, and this is 25, right? Is that what this is? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're right off of 25 here, just up the block from downtown as well. You're talking about the rentals. So I don't have to buy something here and then call my buddies and say, hey, I need some help loading some stuff up. I don't have to buy a pizza and a case of beer to get stuff out of here. You guys actually
free delivery, free setup, usually within 24 hours. And then at that point, we haven't had to do any service yet, but free service as well.
Wow.
So
really?
Anything goes wrong, absolutely. But yeah, we'll take it over to you. We've got, if you look at the outside, we've got the box truck that's out by the grill right now. And then there is the 14-foot Sprinter out there as well. So we are locked, loaded, and ready to get
go.
your furniture out to you.
Absolutely. And that's what I really like about where you have strategically put there. You can see that this was planned. This wasn't just by mistakes. Buddies didn't call you up out of the blue and said, Nancy, will you please put on a Buddies Home Furnishing? You said, this is a need that we have as a family, that we have as a community, and Buddies is going to be that solution to help us out with that. Buddies Home Furnishing, you can go to buddyrents.com.
Yes.
You can call this office and ask more questions if you are interested in some of the financing questions or some of the deep dives. Before you even come down here, you can call the staff as well.
Absolutely.
847-450-0978. Write down the line. 0987.
Yes.
Write down the line. Okay, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So let me get it correct at least once. 847-450-0987.
Yeah.
Store 482 at buddyrents.com. We're going to take another quick break as we walk through and get excited for the ribbon cutting. That's what this is the finish line. It's amazing.
Just the beginning, though.
Absolutely. We're sitting in a dream right here at Buddies Home Furnishings with Nancy. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you
for
very
coming
much.
over. Out to lunch, WRMN. We'll be right back.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. That's 800-760-1845.
It's the time of the year where storms and inclement weather can pop up unexpectedly. If you have a generator powered by a small engine, keep it running like a top. Don't do the tune-up yourself. Let Ames Small Engine Repair at 674 Laurel Street in Elgin handle your generator. Ames can do oil changes, spark plugs, and make all the necessary adjustments. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, Ames Small Engine can do it all. Don't forget it's not too early to think about a lawnmower tune-up. Call 847-742-8750.
Oh no, I just hit that post and my car's got a dent.
Uh-oh, better get Mako.
Oh yeah? Where are they?
Mako is America's body shop. They're the world's largest provider of paint and collision services. They're located at 212 Western Avenue in Carpentersville, across from Spring Hill Mall. I've used them. Check out my car.
Wow, looking good.
Everything was so easy and affordable. Hummer and staff were super friendly and really knew their stuff.
I'm going to call them now.
Mention WRMN 1410 at the Carpentersville Mako and receive 10% off today.
Twin Zeros at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, Illinois. Check out the full menu at twinzeros.com. Twin Zeros Restaurant in Harwood Heights not only serves traditional gyros, but also has chicken gyro sandwiches. Twin Zeros also serves a variety of sandwiches ranging from cheeseburgers and Vienna beef hot dogs that have recently been inducted into the Vienna Beef Hot Dog Hall of Fame. Italian beef, Italian sausage, and combo sandwiches. To ethnic favorites such as Slovaki and Grecian chicken. Slovaki is shish kebabs, specifically chicken or pork shish kebabs, grilled to perfection, served on a warm pita with tomatoes, onions, and our homemade tzatziki sauce. You can also enjoy barbecue ribs served every day. Twins is open 7 days a week and also delivers locally. Located at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights. Check out the full menu at twinzeros.com. That's twinzeros.com.
What's the best way to get rid of a timeshare that you don't want? Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline. We're a group of attorneys that help customers legally exit their timeshares. It's an easy process. We guarantee results or you pay nothing. Exit your timeshare today. Call now.
800-890-5957. 800-890-5957. That's 800-890-5957.
A recent Gallup poll indicated that 38% of Americans are putting off health care because of financial concerns, the highest ever recorded. I'm Dr. Bob Martin, here to serve you every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. Millions of Americans are seeking health advice that will not cost an arm and a leg, so I offer health tips and advice absolutely free. Listen to my show, Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4 right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM, the voice of the Valley and the home of Radio Shopping Show.
Welcome back, WRMN. My name is Dennis Sonar Green, and I am out to lunch over at Buddy's Home Furnishings. That is buddyrents.com. We are down on Dundee Avenue, 607 Dundee Avenue. We are here for a fantastic grill out with our new buddies at Buddy's Home Furnishing. We just talked with Nancy. Nancy and her husband have set up a franchise with Buddy's. And what's great about this is a community endeavor to make sure that it was put to there. No, come on in. Come on in. Thank you, John. Nice to meet you, sir. Thank you. John's going to help me a little bit. We just talked with Nancy, and got some of the basic questions and some of the history for it. John's here, part of the crew. We appreciate you coming on, John. That's okay. I wear beanies too. They made me take it off.
Yeah.
So I want to do a little bit of Spanish for the same FAQs, if we can, of just the questions. So the first one is what is offered here at Buddy's?
Do you want me to answer in English or in Spanish?
If you could answer in Spanish, would be great.
You asking in English? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not fluent enough to ask. I'm getting there. I'm getting there now. Entiendo un poco, but that's about all I get.
Okay.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean. So go ahead, sir, if you could.
Can you ask
what is available here at Buddy's? What kind of products are here?
Aquí en Buddy's tenemos cualquier cosa que ustedes necesiten. Tenemos camas, tenemos televisores de todos los tamaños, desde el más pequeño hasta el más grande. Tenemos diferentes tipos de sofás, sofás sectional del color que ustedes quieran, del material que ustedes quieran. Tenemos appliances como neveras, lavadoras, tenemos electrodomésticos, tenemos cocinas, tenemos bicicletas, tenemos estantes para maquillaje, tenemos juegos de cama, bombex, tenemos parrilleras, teléfonos celulares, tenemos computadoras, PS5, Xbox. Y puedo seguir y seguir, así que.
You have everything.
Yeah, we try to got everything, like between the smallest, desde lo más pequeño hasta lo más grande, sí.
That's wonderful. And so what is the credit processing like as well for here? I heard that there is no credit check at all.
No, nosotros no corremos ningún tipo de crédito. Simplemente necesitamos referencias personales. Un amigo, una hermana, 3 referencias personales sería más que suficiente. Un amigo, una hermana, tu papá, tu mamá, una hija, mayor de edad obviamente. Y una referencia de tu trabajo que demuestra que tienes trabajo y una referencia de donde vives. Eso es todo.
So it's essentially if you have employment, you can prove that you have money coming in.
Correcto. Si pruebas eso, si pruebas que tienes como pagar, no va a haber ningún problema. Casi todos están aprobados. El 97% de nuestros clientes están aprobados desde el momento en que entran. Entonces, o sea, ya tienen aprobado $3,000, por así decirlo.
So the other side of it would be what kind of benefits that you get when you buy from Buddy's? I know there's free delivery. Is there anything else that's part of it?
Tenemos el setup y el delivery corre por nosotros. También tenemos protecciones para los productos muy buenas. Tenemos, si no lo necesitas más y no te gusta más por cualquier razón, lo podemos cambiar. No me gusta ese TV, it's too small that TV. Okay, no problem. Lo podemos cambiar al siguiente día. Tenemos el Diamond Club Elite, que también ofrece otros beneficios que no tienen nada que ver con la tienda. Por ejemplo, food stamps. Creo que tienen cosas así por el sentido. If your car get towed, you can have a little help with that. I'm not really sure.
That's okay. No.
Pero sé que tenemos otras cosas aparte. Simplemente de warranties.
It's the same thing that Nancy talked about. Is you guys are here to help the community. You're not here to rake in all of the money. You're here to provide a service. Here's some good products, and we'll make sure that it fits within your budget.
Correctamente. Mi jefa me contrató principalmente porque hablo español. She hired me because I speak Spanish, and most of the community here in Elgin is Spanish people. So, sí, tratamos de conectar con nuestros clientes. Yo también llegué a este país sin nada. O sea, I came to this country without anything. So, yo entiendo a nuestros... I understand our customers, you know?
Yeah, like, I'm glad that you're here to
sí, exactamente. Yo también sé lo que es difícil. I know what is hard. So, I know what they've been through. And we just want to work with the community. Solo queremos trabajar con ellos. Con la comunidad, queremos conocerlos. Mi jefa es excelente persona. She cares so much for everything. So That's it. Pretty much.
Thank you, John, for coming in here.
Thank you
I
for
really
having me.
appreciate that. And
Thank
I'm going to have to brush up a little bit more on my Spanish to make sure that next time we'll have this full
perfect.
conversation. Thank you. We are getting ready for the ribbon cutting. I got it from here. Thanks, John. Come meet great people like John, Nancy. Come in for the raffle. We have a raffle going on right now. Well, not us, the radio station, but right here at Buddy's. You can sign up for the raffle. They've got bikes that are part of the raffle. They have a full washer dryer set that's also coming out for the raffle. We're going to walk around and be here for the next hour or so. We're taking the full out to lunch out here. Ribbon cutting is starting at about 1 o'clock, so we've only got about 15 more minutes or so until that's going to happen. Come in, check it out. Come sit on some of these things and feel the difference for the side of it. You come to some of these places and it is hard to tell the difference because they don't have as much of a selection. Right here, they have a great selection. So like John was saying, that if it is too big or too small for the area that you are taking everything to, you could come in and swap it out and find something else. They will help you measure. They will help you set it up. They will make sure that what you're getting is right for you, because this is something that you're going to have for years and years, and it's a very important purchase. So part of that important purchase is having that information, and come talk to the experts over at Buddy's. BuddyRents.com. We're sitting in store 482. So store 482 at BuddyRents.com if you want to send any information and just hear about some of their terms and conditions or ask a question. You can call into the office 847-450-0987. But like I said, come down here, 607 Dundee Avenue here in Elgin. Come find us over here because we've got the grill fired up. We're going to sit here and be here for the rest of Out to Lunch until 2 o'clock, where at 3, Matt McNeil's going to take over from there. Well, Ben and I are going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Hopefully the ribbon cutting is happening soon. We'll see you here on the other side.
Listen up. Four Corners Radio is the new addition to WRMN's exciting lineup of highly informative talk radio programs. The show is hosted by William Pellerinos, a nationally recognized DUI expert witness and author of the book DUIs Decoded. The discussions on this program will focus on legal issues, food and restaurants, arts and entertainment, and diabetic health information. William Pellerinos brings on a variety of guests that include restaurant chefs, health experts, authors, attorneys, police officers, nurses, and local artists. Listen to Four Corners Radio every Saturday at noon, beginning on Saturday, May 25th on WRMN. Find out more info on Twitter at Police Project 1 and on Facebook at Pellerinos Police Project. That's PELARENOS Police Project.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 1 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. Kane County has taken a significant step towards sustainability by approving a county-wide climate action implementation plan. After 19 months of community consultation, the plan aims to slash greenhouse gas emissions by 25% by 2030 and achieve carbon neutrality by 2050. Elgin residents should prepare for traffic changes this weekend due to the Juneteenth Cultural Festival on Grove Avenue. Stretching from Prairie Street to Lake Street will be off limits for both traffic and parking. The road closure is set for June 15th from the early morning hours until midnight. The Elgin Police Department reminding residents about the dangers of heat exposure, especially for vulnerable groups, including the elderly, young children, and those with chronic health conditions. Also reminding residents about not leaving pets in hot cars. With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Hey, pet parents. With Progressive's collision coverage, you get extra protection for your cat or dog, because there's nothing worse than seeing your pet hurt. Like when you see their face after accidentally stepping on their tail, and you say, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Pickles." But as you kiss his nose and rub his little belly welly, you know Mr. Pickles is thinking, "You betrayed me." Anywho, Progressive pays up to $1,000 in vet bills if your pet is injured in an auto accident. Learn more at progressive.com and watch where you step. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Collision coverage subject to policy terms. Not available in all states.
Febreze. Fabric Talk. Hey, it's me, your couch. Today's my favorite day of the week. Febreze Fabric Spray Day. The occasional deep cleans are nice, but in between, you know I'm needing a refresh. Ooh, here she comes with the Febreze Fabric Spray. Oh yeah, spritz them armrests. Don't be shy. Nothing like a good spray down to get me smelling so fresh and clean. Don't forget my back. Nice. Febreze Fabric Spray. It's just that easy. Now we can both breathe happy. Febreze. La 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 la.
Come on out to the Country Donuts, that is, at Route 20 and Nestler Road. They're always open. Donuts are made daily using only the finest ingredients to ensure freshness. Their huge variety of donuts offers something to please everyone. Country Donuts doesn't stop at offering you the best donuts. Enjoy a delicious breakfast sandwich or stop in for lunch and try a bowl of their famous chili. Need a larger or special donut order for your office? Call 847-488-1900.
The Distance Social, your spot for great craft cocktails with meaningful conversation. Whether you're out entertaining a group or out for a memorable nightcap, The Distance Social is your spot for starting or ending the perfect evening. Located at 314 North River Street in beautiful East Dundee, Illinois. Go the distance and find your social at The Distance Social.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Bellinger hits a drive into right center field and deep. This ball's got a chance. Gone.
Cubs radio 4-3 the win at Tampa Wednesday. Cody Bellinger hit a 3-run homer in the 7th. Cubs closer Hector Neris allowed Jose Caballero's solo homer in the 9th before earning his 10th save in 13 chances. Seiya Suzuki homered for the Cubs, who are 6-13 since May the 22nd. They're 7 games out of first place in the National League Central. It was a 10-inning affair in Seattle last night. The Mariners came out on top 2-1 over the White Sox. Mitch Haniger's single in the 10th drove in the winning run. The Mariners have won 16 one-run games. That's the most in the majors. It's a 4-game winning streak. They've got a 6.5-game advantage over Texas in the American League West. The Sox are a major league worst, 17-52. The losing skid sits at 4. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get in zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Time for an oil change? Right now, you can save on Valvoline Restore and Protect, the only oil that restores and protects your engine to like factory clean. You can also save on brakes, tools, and more during the Father's Day sale with dad-approved deals through June 16th. AutoZone Father's Day sale, now through the 16th. Get in zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue. But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Welcome back to WRMN. That's WRMN 1410. We're sitting here at Buddy's. I'm live streaming here on the YouTube side of it as well. I need you to mute yourself there, friend. I'm getting you over the thing. So here at Buddy's, we are at 607 Dundee Avenue. We are about ready to start the ribbon cutting. It's going to happen about 1 o'clock or so here. And at that 1 o'clock, we are going to go outside, point the camera over there. Ben was setting up that camera on that side. That's okay. He's helping me out with this. And I wouldn't be able to do nothing, man, if you weren't here. All of the good stuff is your doing, and all of the bad stuff is me making you do bad things.
I wouldn't say you make me do it. All my actions and thoughts are my own.
Your own, okay. Do it.
Hello. Hi.
And yeah, we're just enjoying the buddies, everything that's going on here. They got so much cool stuff down here, and it's all affordable. And it's the ribbon cutting ceremony that we're looking forward to. The Chamber of Commerce is down here. Everybody's just enjoying the surroundings, the free hot dogs, the very comfortable furniture, the tchotchke, the succulent tables, ornaments, and just everything is. It's a good vibes day here at Buddy's. So glad to be here and excited. Glad it's a nice weather day as well. And thank you for singing my praises, man. I mean, you do so much. I feel like you're always spinning plates, and I'm just there to make sure they don't wobble too much. So I keep them. I do this every once in a while, but
I understand. I set them up. You keep them spinning for me, friend. And this is one of the great places that we've got here. This is one of my favorite out to lunches. I know we talk a little bit about like how we're going out to lunch with restaurants and food and things like that. But what I really like sitting in, and by all means, sitting in a restaurant is just like sitting in somebody's dream as well. But for me, I love sitting in somebody's business that may not be a restaurant or something for lunch, because it feels like we're all having a idea brainstorming type of thing of how to help the community and be part of something. It's business lunches, man. I think I really like business lunches because it's dreamers going to somebody's dream to figure out how to continue achieving dreams.
Absolutely. It's the old adage, and you got to eat, right? You know, so it's a bonding experience sitting down for a meal, and you also get the opportunity to actually sit there and you have a conversation about, maybe you talk about something other than business for a little while, and you familiarize yourself with people, and it's part of being human. It's the interactions that we have with people, and just enjoying it. That's why we take you out to lunch here on Out to Lunch to places like Buddy's, which is not normally a lunch place.
No, but we've got lunch here. They're cooking out here.
Yeah.
That's really neat about it.
What's the address?
Come down and see
where are we at again?
We are at 607 Dundee Avenue. That's 25, I believe, down here. So come on down. We're next to the Family Dollar as well. Just up the road from the construction that's happening on Summit. Come down and check us out. We are live streaming at Buddy's that's giving away a raffle. It's their raffle. Buddy's doing a fantastic job at that. They've got bikes, they've got electronics, they've got grills, all kinds of things. If you think that you need it for the home in any kind of way, this is the place. These are the things that you are going to have for a while.
I got my eye on that bike, man. These bikes are
electric
really
too.
Yes.
So electric bikes, if you're tired of pedaling up these poorly placed hills, this is it. This is the place to go to get that. And what we were talking about with Nancy is this is a place that they are here to help you. They're not here to make sure that you get on this giant payment and then because what does any good if you have that? So in the last 30 seconds or so, come out here to 607 Dundee Avenue. Call the office if you have any questions at all, 847-470-0987. And that is where to go, buddyrents.com. We will be back after this.
This is Larry Jones, and I'd like to talk to you about my bank, American Eagle Bank in South Elgin. Has your bank changed names in the last 10 years? Is your bank another faceless branch with headquarters in another city? Are you tired of earning next to nothing on your savings account or certificates of deposit, or does your personal banker treat you like a stranger? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you're ready for a new banking experience, and American Eagle is the place for you. American Eagle is a locally owned independent bank that's rooted in the community, and American Eagle customers are greeted by name and treated with the respect that they deserve. American Eagle has an innovative program, Eagle Savings, that teaches your children to save while earning prizes and rewards. American Eagle offers great rates on certificates of deposit. My bank is located in South Elgin on Randall Road between the Target and Caputo's and is open Monday through Saturday. Give them a call at 847-742-7400 and a real person will answer the phone. American Eagle Bank, a place where you matter.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410 Elgin time, 1 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Skyrizi. Explore proven results with Skyrizi. Elgin residents should prepare for traffic changes this weekend due to the Juneteenth Cultural Festival on Grove Avenue. Stretching from Prairie Street to Lake Street, it'll be off limits for both traffic and parking. The road closure is set for June 15th from the early morning hours until midnight. The Elgin Police Department reminding residents about the dangers of heat exposure, especially for vulnerable groups, including the elderly, young children, and those with chronic health conditions. Also reminding residents about not leaving pets in hot cars. Kane County has taken a significant step towards sustainability by approving a county-wide climate action implementation plan. After 19 months of community consultation, the plan aims to slash greenhouse gas emissions by 25% by 2030 and achieve carbon neutrality by 2050. With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Hey, pet parents. With Progressive's collision coverage, you get extra protection for your cat or dog, because there's nothing worse than seeing your pet hurt. Like when you see their face after accidentally stepping on their tail, and you say, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Pickles." But as you kiss his nose and rub his little belly welly, you know Mr. Pickles is thinking, "You betrayed me." Anywho, Progressive pays up to $1,000 in vet bills if your pet is injured in an auto accident. Learn more at Progressive.com and watch where you step. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Collision coverage subject to policy terms. Not available in all states.
Febreze Fabric Talk. Hey, it's me, your couch. Today's my favorite day of the week. Febreze Fabric Spray Day. The occasional deep cleans are nice, but in between, you know I'm needing a refresh. Ooh, here she comes with the Febreze Fabric Spray. Oh yeah, spritz them armrests. Don't be shy. Nothing like a good spray down to get me smelling so fresh and clean. Don't forget my back. Nice. Febreze Fabric Spray. It's just that easy. Now we can both breathe happy. Febreze. La 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 la.
Looking to get your fingers on some delicious grub? Look no further than Sticky Fingers in Carpentersville. Family owned and operated, Sticky Fingers specializes in chicken, fish, and shrimp, which you can choose to have dusted with flavor or doused in the sauce of your choice. Sticky Fingers strives to provide flavorful food with fresh, locally sourced ingredients. Sticky Fingers personally invites you to stop by and try one of their scrumptious dishes today.
For exceptional home-cooked meals, visit the longest family-owned restaurant in Elgin. Paul's Family Restaurant at Lawrence and McLean takes pride in their fresh daily specials like steaks, fish, pasta, soups, and more. Paul's fresh buttermilk pancakes and breakfast skillets are phenomenal. As you walk in, you can't help but notice owner Elaine's wonderful eye for detail. The toughest decision you'll have to make is what size leftover box to take home. Call 847-695-8687.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Pretty much every other NFL team is slated for 3 weeks of OTAs and mandatory minicamp. Instead, the Bears are resting up as they pulled a week of OTAs off their schedule. One of the reasons that the Bears are slated to be in the Hall of Fame game that starts the preseason August the 1st in Canton, Ohio. They'll take on the Texans. That means they'll need to open training camp around the middle of July instead of later in the month.
Bellinger hits a drive into right center field and deep. This ball's got a chance. Score!
Cubs radio 4-3 the win at Tampa Wednesday. Cody Bellinger hit a 3-run homer in the 7th. Cubs closer Hector Neris allowed Jose Caballero's solo homer in the 9th before earning his 10th save in 13 chances. Seiya Suzuki homered for the Cubs, who are 6-13 since May the 22nd. They're 7 games out of first place in the National League Central. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Time for an oil change? Right now, you can save on Valvoline Restore and Protect, the only oil that restores and protects your engine to like factory clean. You can also save on brakes, tools, and more during the Father's Day sale with dad-approved deals through June 16th. AutoZone Father's Day sale, now through the 16th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective. A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Oakcrest Residence is marking 120 years of continuous service for older adults, a private, non-for-profit community organization offering cutting-edge solutions for seniors with emphasis on personal choice and innovative programs. Located at 204 South State Street, you'll find short-term and permanent living along with daily options. This building is worth a visit, blended with style and surrounded with historic significance. Make sure to ask to see the Cellar Pub, a resource available for private group rental. Really, this place has it all. During this 120th anniversary celebration year, the community is invited to join in for free lunches and programs. For more information, visit oakcrestatrium.org. That's oakcrestatrium.org.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back to WRMN. Here we are. We're right outside of Buddy's Home Furnishings, the new grand opening at 607 Dundee Avenue. We're joining them in progress. Ben will go ahead and give them the thumbs up, and they can start whenever they are ready as far as the radio goes.
With her own hand. What did you mine the gold in? Locally. She mined the gold locally. Locally. Local source gold. Okay, WRMN's finally in the building. We've been here, yeah. Experience either.
Welcome a new business to the community, and a pleasure, especially to our dear friend Nancy, who's been a member of our board of directors at the Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce, been a consultant with us with small businesses. She's a wonderful entrepreneur, and this is a new venture for she and her family, and we know it will be incredibly successful. So Nancy, tell us a little bit about Buddy's Home Furnishing.
Well, you have touched me already. I don't know. I've already had a touching day, but Buddy's Home Furnishings is me and my husband's adventure here, and we it is a franchise, over 350 locations nationwide, but this is the first one in the Chicagoland area. So we're super excited to bring it to a community that we believe needs this service, which is rent to own, and gives everybody a very affordable way to get top of the line, wonderful furniture, appliances, electronics, and we do have different kinds of payment plans. We have free delivery, free setup. So it is super exciting to bring it here to this community that I love so much, like Carol said. And we're happy to be here. It's great. Right. We always like to have a welcome from the city of Elgin. So Councilwoman Rose Martinez, if you wouldn't mind coming forward and saying a few words, we'd appreciate it. I would just like to say congratulations on its name, Rose. You've seen Elgin. 365 other places that to us here. I appreciate your involvement to our city, the planning and I just like to say welcome. And if you have another number, I'll be right there.
Oh, we were so excited. Bobby could join us today, Chief of Staff for Senator Christina Castro. Would you mind saying a few words?
Thank you. Thank you, and congratulations. I second what Councilwoman Rose Martinez said. Thank you for chasing Elgin. But I do think this is a good opportunity for the community to be here. Thank you. If you ever need anything, you have my card.
Thank you. So what we would like to do also, thank everyone for being here. Our chamber team, our ambassadors are here. Nancy, your family and friends, admirers, lots of people. And it could be someone's here because you're serving food too. Yeah. We've got some grills going. We need some others. All right, that's excellent. Thanks to One Source Productions for being here. Jeremy, Ben, thank you for being here from WRMN as well. So we are also on Facebook Live. So everyone wave to Terry. Here on Facebook Live. All right, so now we're going to start with ribbon cutting. So our ambassadors, if you would mind going forward, Jeremy, I'm going to come right in front of you. I'm sorry. Look at this. There it is. All right. How I began. Okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and we're going to open the strips and put them over the ribbon. And because paparazzi is all over here, just first. And then let's look to the left. And let's look to the right. Look, Jeremy's over here. Everyone. All right. And then go ahead and we're gonna set the ribbon. And I can make a little noise, don't be afraid. Okay? All right, let's count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Chanel. Yeah.
There you have it, everybody. The fantastic side of WRMN coming out here to be a part of the ribbon cutting for Buddy's Home Furnishing. Thank you, Buddy's Home Furnishing, for letting us be here today. It is a phenomenal it's a phenomenal chance to get out here and be a part of the community. Buddy's Home Furnishing, you can find more information at buddyrents.com. That's buddyrents.com. Right here, this store is number 482, buddyrents.com. So you can go to store 482 at buddyrents.com to send any information. The physical location, we can get away from the digital side of everything. The physical location is 607 Dundee Avenue, right here in Elgin, Illinois. It's really great to have that type of coverage that we can be here. We really appreciate them inviting us over. You need to come down here. You are invited. Come on down, get some of the fantastic grilling that they are cooking up as well. Join in part of the raffle. Part of the raffle that we've got here over at Buddy's, they've got a raffle for a washer dryer combo. They've got a raffle for a children's bike, the electric bikes. They've got televisions that are here, and these are all the things that are just being raffled off. This isn't just the things that are in here. They've got lamps, they've got seating, they've got home theater systems. So if you're looking at designing a whole new house and a whole new side of it, actually on a budget, where you are able to budget, and by budget I don't just mean budget as in on the lower cost end of it. I mean budget as in the cost and the price that you are looking for the cost and the style that you are looking for. There are multiple different ways to set up a house and multiple different ways to kind of put together your finances, and then just like there's multiple different feng shuis that are out there, Ben, there's multiple different ways for your financing side of it. So if you're looking at more of a weekly payment, or if you're looking at more of a monthly payment, what they'll be able to do is actually help you out here. They've got them in a few different flavors. Amazing ribbon cutting, buddy.
Yeah, it was great ceremony. Yeah, well moderated, and yeah, like you said, there's just different upholstery for different people everywhere you go. So, and there it is. Yeah, they got it all here, buddies. They got all the AV type stuff, the things to sit on, comfiness, and yeah,
it is good over here, because what I like about it is that this is the start of not necessarily a community, but it starts with a home, right? Like that's it. It starts there. And if you're not comfortable in your home and you're not comfortable with where you're living, change it. Yes. Change it a little bit.
Yeah.
And change it within your style and your budget, but feel comfortable at the home. That's really where it all starts.
And everyone needs a bed. That's my first, I said the other day, my first real good and big investment was a bed. You know, you need that nice mattress. It just changes your whole life when you go from a bad mattress to a good mattress.
Oh, absolutely. Because you're like we said, you're spending a lot of that time down there, so
you're recovering. That's where you recover, is your bed. So come here and try some of these out. And there's some real cool, not only brands, great name brands, and price tags that I'm seeing.
Yeah. And for almost everything, like what I like looking around is seeing all the different styles that are stuff. There are more complex print. There are some that are more of the classical style that you think of for a home furnishing or things like that. There's this modern couch that's sitting over here with a fantastic red. Over here, we're looking at some of these decorations that are here. So it's not just coming in here and getting the furnishings. You're getting all of the finishing touches too. So that way they can all accent each other. And just like John was saying, it's all about the space and does it fit into your space? And that includes style. Does your style include in your space as well?
Right.
So where that way, if it doesn't fit, all of a sudden you take this red couch out and it absolutely looks horrible with your carpet or whatever. You're like, I thought it would look better. They'll take it back.
Yeah.
They'll take it back over here, and then they'll help you find what you're actually looking for. So come on down here. Come on down to 607 Dundee Avenue. Have a hot dog with us. Get on the grill. They've got potato salad and a couple other places. They're having a neighborhood barbecue, and they've invited us into their home.
There you go. Love it.
It's wonderful.
It's one of those things where obviously glad to be here, but going back to people needing furniture, it's one of those things you'll get by on the couch that you have for like, oh, it's fine, this couch has served me well, but like you just don't, you get, it's almost like going nose blind. People go furniture blind.
That's true.
To where
it is uncomfortable. Why do I keep shifting while I'm sitting down?
Yeah. So yeah, come here and sit on some of these guys and amazing couches, and that I'm seeing. I've not had a bad experience
or if you're like
with any of the furnitures.
If you're like my brother-in-law and you never had a big boy couch, like your couch right now that you sit on at home was somebody else's
couch. The couch I have at home.
That's what well, not you. No. But I'm saying in general. If you're one of those people that the couch that you have right now is probably you're the third person to own that couch.
You're shooting too high and assuming that I have a couch.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Well, if you don't have a couch, it's there.
I'm looking though, like these couches are nice,
right?
So
and that's the way to do it.
The space. right now.
It's true, and that's the cool part about it over here is they match that space. So if you only have enough space for maybe a queen, you'll be able to determine that right there. You won't have to necessarily worry about, oh my gosh, I bought this stuff and now I got to take it back. Like, could you imagine loading up the car, putting everything in to just get the furniture to you anyway, up the stairs, through the doorway? You got to take stuff apart and everything else to get it done. That's what Buddies is going to help you out with it.
Yes, that's awesome. That's like that makes me think next time I move, maybe I'll look into getting a couch or something, and then have it that way instead of moving all your stuff. Moving a mattress is one of the worst experiences
upstairs and things. So here's the second one. You ready? They also do maintenance.
Nice.
So let's say you trip over and maybe you fall too hard on your couch. These things seem solid. So I doubt that you're going to hurt anything with this stuff. So let's say you do. Let's say something happens. Maybe you're moving a bowling ball and the bowling ball happens to fall right on the couch.
I'm guessing with couch stuff, just upholstery. Maybe you have a pen in your
upholstery.
pocket.
I believe they've got some cleaning services that come along with it as well. John was talking about a program that you can actually sign up for.
Perfect.
Where you maintain, or they'll actually help you maintain the longevity of your things. Because it's one thing to go out and buy something. Because we talked about it before. You go out and you buy a couch or you buy a mattress. This is a years-long purchase. You're not turning around and say, I got my seasonal couch out. Like nobody, like this is my couch. This is the way it is. Maybe I got a couch here, or I got a couch over there, but these are my couches. I don't have like a rotating.
Yeah, you don't change.
Yeah, so
maybe a cover, a duvet cover, like in the old grandmas used to do that. Put the plastic on the couch, that type of stuff.
So if you're gonna have it for this long, and you don't have the funds to purchase it right off the bat, even then, if I had the credit card funds to purchase something like this right off the bat, I'm in the furniture, or trying to buy a new couch, et cetera, et cetera. If I had the funds right away, I still might consider financing it through this, because you're building that credit more than just getting raked over the coals with whatever they come down for the interest rate.
Yeah, no, they call it rolling credit is what you want, and that's how you build a credit score, is stuff like that and making the payments. So,
and you actually end up saving more as well. I'm seeing some of these signs around that if you set up for those automatic payments and a couple other things, you're actually saving like $130, almost $200 off the total purchase, because you're coming in and saying, look, this is the payment that I've got, and they're shaving off some of that.
I like it.
Because this is savings over the period of time. So them turning around and going, I'll tell you what, instead of the $24 a month, why don't we, if you do it all together and we just do $20 a month for this item, that's where that $5 a month over so long is going to save you that money. And these people here at Buddies, Nancy and crew, they're doing such a fantastic job.
And they wanted to make sure that they said that they don't run credit checks.
Yeah, they don't.
And it's an opportunity for you to turn that credit around.
Prove that you have a job, and that's it. If you have a job with proved income coming in, you're there. And now let's say even then you're having some trouble.
Sure.
You're like, look, I just got a part-time job. I just moved out. I just did what have you. If you've got a friend, if you've got maybe a nice boss or somebody like that, they can actually co-sign with you. And now you've got even more purchasing power, because you've got somebody that's backing you up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's absolutely an option for people out there to do. I mean, there's no shortage of reasons to stop by Buddies, for sure.
No, come by Buddies Home Furnishing, 607 Dundee Avenue. Call the office if you got any questions about what we're talking about here. 847-450-0987. We'll take you right to there. I think we're going to do some chamber chat. I think I'm going to get Dean and Miss Ashenbrenner to see if we'll do some maybe see if we'll do some things.
Yes. I mean, we're spotlighting a great part of the community and trying to turn around people's credit maybe a little bit.
That's it. Come down, have a hot dog with us. Come on down. Get in part of the cookout. This literally feels like a cookout party. What's neat about it is all the people that are here all sitting down. They're sitting in all the different living room setups that are here. It's really, really
We'll
cool.
get a good camera pan.
Exactly.
Actually, I got 2 jobs.
You got 2 jobs.
Two jobs.
Pan that camera. We'll be right back. More Out to Lunch on WRMN, broadcasting live from Buddy's Home Furnishing, 607 Dundee Avenue here in Elgin.
How many times have you heard about or driven past the Volo Auto Museum and still haven't checked it out? They have over 200,000 square feet of heated showrooms filled with countless collections of the most amazing mechanical marvels in the world. From incredible collector cars, movie cars, trains, boats, and planes, to a Disney gallery, dinosaurs, vintage arcades, kiddie rides, and a medieval torture exhibit, plus the Titanic Museum. They're open every day from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit volofun.com.
For local information and fun times in the mornings, listen to Marky B and Larry Jones on the first shift.
Maybe we need to get a radio intern in to help you.
Maybe so.
Somebody that you won't have to pay and you can treat them tough.
I can haze them.
You can't haze. You'll get fired. Remember that guy from Northwestern?
Yeah.
Gone.
Did he really do it?
You don't have to really do it. If somebody says you did, good enough. Maybe I'm going to accuse you of hazing me. I don't have to prove it.
It's the first shift, weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WRMN.
Keep informed with everything that's going on with the radio shopping show by joining our VIP text club today. All you have to do is text the message WRMN 1410 to the number 94253 and you're in. You'll receive timely information about shopping show specials instantaneously as they happen. Message and data rates may apply. The voice of the Valley and the home of the radio shopping show, we are WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
The weather is getting better, and we know it's the time when ladders and DIYers come out. Before you start any new outdoor projects, ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any type of work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
Hey there, this is Marky B from the first shift, inviting you to join Brian Anderson for his new radio show. Kane County Speaks every Thursday from 9 until 10 a.m. during the final hour of my morning show. It's an election year, and Brian will discuss important local issues and interview local candidates from the perspective of Kane County Speaks. The show will feature open phone lines for your thoughts, comments, and questions, and the chat room will be open at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Kane County Speaks is citizen-driven and focused on making Kane County a better place to live and work with goals of freedom, security, and prosperity for all. To learn more about their grassroots organization, you can check them out at KaneCountySpeaks.com. Let's discuss the issues of Kane County so that you can get involved and make a difference too. It's Kane County Speaks every Thursday morning with Brian Anderson from 9 until 10 a.m. during the first shift right here on WRMN, AM 1410, and at WRMN Radio on YouTube.
Taqueria Las Cumbres, Crystal Lake's authentic Mexican restaurant on Grant Street, is open for carryout. For over 15 years, Taqueria Las Cumbres has been serving up all of your favorite Mexican dishes and doing it better than the rest. Recently voted the best in McHenry County. Stop in and carry out the authentic taste of Mexico and see for yourself. Support local for lunch and dinner today and place an order from Taqueria Las Cumbres. Call 815-455-8200 for Taqueria Las Cumbres of downtown Crystal Lake.
The Triple Berry Cafe of Crystal Lake offers incredible breakfast and lunch.
Hey, and here we are, WRMN 1410, live over here at Buddy's Home Furnishings, which is located at 607 Dundee Avenue. And I happen to be sitting here
If you are 50 years and older, you are welcome to join Elgin State Bank's sponsored movie days at Elgin Marcus Theater. It will always be on the second Thursday of each month. Doors open at 8:30 a.m. At 9 a.m., you will hear a very brief message from Sherry Aschenbrenner about upcoming senior events, and movies will begin at approximately 9:30 a.m. Coffee and a donut is complimentary. You can always call the movie theater hotline number of 847-888-7976 to find out what movies are playing each month. The cost is $3 if you are a member of Elgin State Bank, meaning you have an account there, and $5 if you are a non-member. And for more senior information, catch Sherry's Senior Showcase on the third Tuesday of every month at 9:15 a.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Hit the open road and experience the fresh air of Wisconsin at the Grand Stay Hotel and Suites in Mount Horeb. This award-winning hotel is just outside Madison. Mount Horeb is known as the troll capital of the world. Families can go on a troll hunt through the historic downtown or check out Cave of the Mounds just minutes down the road. The Grand Stay offers a beautiful pool and a hot tub with year-round fun. Visit grandstaymounthoreb.com today to schedule your visit.
Renata's Old Salem Cafe is now Renata's German restaurant, with old family recipes for delicious Bavarian dinners. Renata's is also known for breakfast and lunch. Renata's German restaurant has fresh baked German pastries. For a hearty breakfast, try Renata's for pancakes, skillets, and more. They've also set the standard for catering excellence. Try Renata's German restaurant off Irving Park, west of Wise Road in Hanover Park. Visit renatasgermanrestaurant.com.
Celebrating 70 years of serving the Fox River Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM is proud to inform and entertain you every day with great local shows that keep you connected with the people in your community, like the Radio Shopping Show, where listeners are encouraged to let us know about their experiences with our business partners.
We did the Japanese garden, and they had a free show at the time that we went. We went over to Denny's restaurant where we did the breakfast, and then we head off to Wisconsin Dells. We did the Pirates Cove, the Knucklehead. It was just a fun 3-day trip. So thanks to you guys.
The voice of the Valley and the home of the Radio Shopping Show. You are listening to WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Michael Brown, former Undersecretary of Homeland Security and Director of FEMA, is your new full-time host of The Weekend, which airs every Saturday from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN. Each week on the popular 3-hour program, Brown offers listeners a fresh take on the weekend talk with his provocative insights into current events, politics, and culture. So late in the day on Saturday, make it a point to catch The Weekend with Michael Brown right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Ever take your car through the auto emissions lane only to experience the sinking feeling that your car has failed the test? Don't fret. Let Meineke at 376 Sundown in South Elgin fix the problem for you. Meineke's mechanics will determine the exact problem with your vehicle and suggest necessary repairs with Meineke's diagnostic service. Pass that test with help from the trained Meineke technicians. Call today for your appointment. 847-888-9644. That's 847-888-9644. In the mood for some great barbecue but just don't have time to make it yourself? Carry out Coleman's Barbecue on Elgin's East Side at 79 Clock Tower. Coleman specializes in ribs, tips, chicken wings, seafood, and sandwiches with sides like coleslaw, potato salad, and dessert. Try Coleman's Exotic Mild Sauce. It's the bomb. You can also buy sauce in gallon or pint sizes. It's prepared just right. The Coleman's Way. Call 224-535-8153.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. No matter the time of the day, WRMN 1410 AM is your platform to voice your views, share your stories, and connect with the Valley like never before. We're more than just radio. We're a community conversation that's always live, always local, and always looking for your input. Want to chime in on the drive time deal with Matt McNeil? Got a hot tip for first shift with Marky B? Or maybe you've got a question for a one-on-one with Leah. Now's the time to make your voice heard by calling Studio 14 at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. You can join in the dialogue from wherever you are by commenting on our YouTube live streams at WRMN Radio. Hit the subscribe button to get notified when we go live and bring your comments to the table. It's easy, it's fun, and hey, it's what neighbors do. We talk, we listen, we engage. You're not just the audience, you're part of the show. Call in, comment, and let's make radio interactive. WRMN 1410 AM, where your words are part of our wavelength.
Moments ago, maybe about 20 minutes ago. They had some nice barbecue going, got some hot dogs and hamburgers running, and they got some great deals. That's the most important thing. This is a rent-to-own type business, and it's certainly in a good location. It's right on the corner, very visible, right on Dundee, 607 Dundee Avenue. And Nancy, who's been working in the community, she's a realtor and now opened up this business. She got the idea, I guess, her husband's been working in trucking. And anybody who knows anything about trucking, you know, Dennis, that's a rough job.
It is.
I've had my fill of it. And
you think it's a chair that just moves through space, but I mean, that's a vibrating chair that moves through space.
It is comfy, and it's got some good air.
But at the end of the day, you're beating up your body. It's like, imagine if you rode a roller coaster for hours and hours and hours every day. That was your job, to wake up and ride a roller coaster. And not to mention riding the roller coaster, you're the guy who also has to get out there and make sure all the cars are connected and make sure the tracks are on.
First ride's fun, bottom line. Yeah, the first ride's fun. After that, it's like, yeah, we're back to the job over here. But yeah, so it was kind of neat how she was able to transition this and said, well, you know what? Let's see what we could do. And maybe we could get a different business going. And she certainly did. You've got some beautiful wall coverings over here. You've got tabletop decorations. You've got washers, dryers. I've seen these electric bikes here as well. I mean,
oh yeah,
there's the floor rugs, you know, center carpets, whatever you want to call them. I mean, even behind us, you could even see the big screen TVs. I mean, the one looks like a 75-inch. They've got stereos, refrigerator, freezer combinations, bunk beds. Here's that electric bike.
Yes, she was talking about that electric bike because a lot of people bike around here.
Sure they do.
And like we've pointed out, is Elgin has some poorly designed hills or poorly placed hills. They should have put them in different places.
Or maybe take the hill out of it. You want
Just maybe a little level if they could. But I mean, if you're going to put hills, at least make them a bit more convenient. What's great about this is even if you are tired, or this helps you prevent from getting tired, because it's a lot of these pedal assist. Yeah, where you don't have to push as hard. You know, back in the day when you came up to a hill and you have to kick it down to gear 1, and then now you look like you're on a treadmill.
We're talking some days ago.
Yeah,
It's been a long time since I've been on a bicycle.
That's all I'm saying. But it's with this, you don't have to necessarily kick it into gear. The motor comes in with it, and they'll help you if that's something that you need. If that's something that that's part of your budget, Buddy's Home Furnishings will help you with that.
And they have everything here. Like I'm telling you, from soup to nuts. There's no credit checks. Free delivery, they set up for you. There's all kinds of different payment plans. There's nobody on your shirt tail when you walk in either. You walk in, you browse around, you look and see what it is. And then after they'll be there, they'll be attentive, but they're not just like vultures looking on you like, hey, what can we get for you? They're customer service people. They're trained very nicely. I think they got a good presentation to themselves. They all got nice uniforms on, dressed nice and clean. And, this is a nice store. This is the first one from Texas, I guess, is the home office. It's the first one in the Chicago and Illinois area.
Wow.
So I think this is going to be their flagship.
It's there. Buddy's has been around for a while, since 1961.
63 years.
And what they do is they provide rent-to-own furniture, appliances, and electronics to make sure that people that are willing to put the investment into good quality furniture, good quality electronics, but don't necessarily have that upfront cost. And as long as you've got a job and you can make a weekly or a monthly payment, I think you even got bi-monthly payments that are coming through, no credit check, many items available immediately. You can come down here right now and say, oh my gosh, I need something for Father's Day. I need that grill. Dad deserves a grill. Dad deserves a grill that you can afford too.
Right.
So this is a great place to go, especially service and repair, because sometimes you buy something, especially a grill or maybe some furniture, and you're like, how do I put this thing together? They will absolutely help you with that. 6 months, same as cash option, so no interest on that as well. Different payment plans that are come through, full living room sets for under $40 per month. You can walk out with a whole living room, and all you're doing is paying $40 a month.
I mean, they have the big screens. They start at $19.99 a month.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm reading off their sheet of
Would you pay $1 a day to sit on a comfy couch?
Well, how about that?
That's amazing.
And you're getting the television, everything. The whole setup. I was talking about the quality, like this table.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this table is solid. I mean, the chair, there's no wavering in this chair. I sit on a couch. You're thinking, oh, okay, rent-owned, maybe it's a less quality.
No.
There's no skimping on the quality. There's name brands here. They've got Sealy mattresses. I'm seeing big names. So this is quite the store.
And that's the side of it too, is you turn around and if you buy cheap, you're going to end up buying again. That's the issue with it. So what do? Do you, over the course of 5 years, do I go through 2 cheap couches, or do I buy a real good quality couch, hold it for 5 years, and now it's mine? I have a good high quality couch at the end of 5 years.
You're going to have something far beyond the payment plan.
Exactly.
I mean, you really are.
It's going to last.
You can see everything is made very well here.
Buddy's Home Furnishings can be found at BuddyRents.com, 607 Dundee Avenue, Elgin, Illinois, 60120. BuddyRents.com. Again, this is store number 482, so store 482 at BuddyRents.com if you want to email them.
BUDDYS, Rents, RENTS. Make sure you put the S in the rents.
The office line has a few other places that you can get into and know some more information. 847-450-0987. But the most important number is 607 on the Dundee Avenue, where you need to come down right now on these hot deals and these hot dogs.
They got raffled. They just got done raffling off a pair of headsets. wireless headset. They had some other raffle I missed because I was talking to a gentleman who was telling me about the store. But they have a lot of giveaways this weekend. I believe it's all weekend long. They're going to have some type of festivities going on. So don't miss it. 607 Dundee Avenue, right here in Elgin. That's Buddy's Home Furnishings. I think you make a good decision. You get good quality.
In the last 5 minutes, I want to thank everybody for being here with us. I know we've had some issues here and there for today, but we're out and about. We are trying to get out into the world. We're trying to make that connection to you back there. We will get smoother. We will get faster. We appreciate you being there as well. We want to thank. Is this right? Is this right over here, Senator? Wow.
Yeah, we had a senator come down. Senator
Maybelline Silva. Yeah, absolutely.
We had Rose Martinez from City of Elgin was also here. Of course, Carol from the Elgin Chamber. So this is their event. They did a beautiful ribbon cutting.
So we want to thank all those people for putting this on.
Yeah, I mean, they did a great job. They really done a wonderful job over here.
We appreciate getting the invite as well, because we try to get out there and bring these events to you, so that you can be a part of it as well. Even if you can't get out here, even if you're just down the road, either way, we want to make sure that we can give you a taste of the things that are happening on this side.
And one more thing, if at any time, if you don't get the phone number to this location, you forgot the address, you call us at WRMN and we'll be happy to direct you. We'll get all the information we can. We'll get you in connection with the people that, need to make the calls to you and get a return call for yourself.
Buddy's Home Furnishings right here. Nancy and her husband are putting on a great community service right here, because that's a lot of what people need. We need to make sure that you're not just sitting on a box in the middle of your empty apartment, or you're not sitting on something uncomfortable. You talked about your body just getting beat up. We sleep so much that you need something nice to sleep on. If you're one of those people that are sleeping on like a beanbag chair, come on, let's get together. Or if you're one of those people that maybe wants to upgrade a little bit too, you've had that mattress for a while, it's starting to sag in there. You're
working hard, you deserve it, right?
You do deserve it.
You're earning the money. Let's get out.
You have a job, you can get the stuff here at Buddy's.
And sometimes it's hard. I mean, it's hard for everybody to come up with that full amount every single time.
Yes.
Especially when you're buying quality. You're buying quality, you're going to pay a little bit more than the stuff that it'll last me 6 months. You're buying stuff here that's going to go through you. You have the longevity here. You are definitely going to buy quality merchandise here. And I think it's going to last you the time, and it's worth the money that you're going to spend, and you don't have to pay for it all at once. How do you beat that?
Absolutely, because the best part is let's say you don't have any credit, you haven't had enough debt to pay things off. What you're doing with this is you're investing in that future to turn around and make sure that you're setting up that they don't give you the credit stuff if you're not in the game.
Correct.
They won't give you a credit score if you're not playing the credit game. And
you build up your history this way, and it just helps you
make the payments over and over again, because at the end of the day, all you need is a pay stub. You come in here with a pay stub, you say, this is when I get paid, this is when I'll pay you, and this is how much money I got. They're going to turn around and say, let me put together a fantastic package.
We're down here at Buddy's Home Furnishings.
That's it.
607 Dundee.
That's right. That's 25, right?
You know what? Don't
That's
ask
what
me
they say.
that.
They keep
get
saying
it
it's
confused.
25.
25 is sometimes it's just a block to the east of here. So no, I get it all.
This is Dundee.
They got Dundee on the card. It's Dundee for me because I don't want to give the wrong address.
And it's not just furnishings that are here too. There are a lot of decorations that are here. Lamps. They've got bicycles, they've got computers, they've got home entertainment systems. They've got it. You need it. Look around what you've got. Think about the inventory in your house. You know that you need the upgrade just like anybody else. Last minute, Dean, later on today, we're going to try to head out to the Gail Borden Library. We'll see how that runs through for Flag Day. And really, we know we're solid because Matt McNeil will be in studio for then, and we'll be checking in with him at 3 o'clock.
Sounds great. We'll look forward to seeing everybody. Was it about 4:30ish, give or take?
What, for now?
No, for Flag Day.
No, for Flag Day, yes. That is over at Veterans Memorial Park here in Elgin. That's in between the Gail Borden Library and the river.
Correct.
Okay, thank you all for being here with us. Again, thank you for being here on the stream. Come down to Buddy's. They are doing this the rest of the afternoon. Come see the brand new show, grand opening right here at Buddy's. WRMN 1410.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast right here on WRMN, 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Noory with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 2 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. The Elgin Police Department reminding residents about the dangers of heat exposure, especially for vulnerable groups, including the elderly, young children, and those with chronic health conditions. Also reminding residents about not leaving pets in hot cars. Kane County has taken a significant step towards sustainability by approving a county-wide climate action implementation plan. After 19 months of community consultation, the plan aims to slash greenhouse gas emissions by 25% by 2030 and achieve carbon neutrality by 2050. Elgin residents should prepare for traffic changes this weekend due to the Juneteenth Cultural Festival on Grove Avenue. Stretching from Prairie Street to Lake Street, it'll be off limits for both traffic and parking. The road closure is set for June 15th from the early morning hours until midnight. With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Hey, pet parents. With Progressive's collision coverage, you get extra protection for your cat or dog, because there's nothing worse than seeing your pet hurt. Like when you see their face after accidentally stepping on their tail, and you say, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Pickles." But as you kiss his nose and rub his little belly welly, you know Mr. Pickles is thinking, "You betrayed me." Anywho, Progressive pays up to $1,000 in vet bills if your pet is injured in an auto accident. Learn more at Progressive.com and watch where you step. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Collision coverage subject to policy terms. Not available in all states.
Febreze Fabric Talk. Hey, it's me, your couch. Today's my favorite day of the week. Febreze Fabric Spray Day. The occasional deep cleans are nice, but in between, you know I'm needing a refresh. Ooh, here she comes with the Febreze Fabric Spray. Oh yeah, spritz them armrests. Don't be shy. Nothing like a good spray down to get me smelling so fresh and clean. Don't forget my back. Nice. Febreze Fabric Spray. It's just that easy. Now we can both breathe happy. Febreze. La 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 la.
America's First Responders Fest, Saturday, September 7th at Panton Mill Park, South Elgin, Illinois. Join us Saturday, September 7th for America's First Responders Fest. The South Elgin event will pay tribute to veterans and all first responders. This year's event includes Rapid Response 5K and Fun Run starting at 10 a.m. The festival hours are 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. We'll have first responder stage tributes. There will be a classic car show from JP Car Shows. Live bands featuring Deacon Frost, Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones, Jimmy Nick, and the Junkyard Groove. We'll broadcast live right here on WRMN 1410 and at WRMN Radio on YouTube. There will be food and beverage trucks, kids' activities, and market-style vendor booths. For more information and updates leading up to the event, please visit afrfest.org. Again, that's Saturday, September 7th. For more information, visit afrfest.org. That's America's First Responders Fest, Saturday, September 7th. At Panton Mill Park, South Elgin, Illinois.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Bellinger hits a drive into right center field and deep. This ball's got a chance. Score!
Cubs radio 4-3 the win at Tampa Wednesday. Cody Bellinger hit a 3-run homer in the 7th. Cubs closer Hector Neris allowed Jose Caballero's solo homer in the 9th before earning his 10th save in 13 chances. Seiya Suzuki homered for the Cubs, who are 6-13 since May the 22nd. They're 7 games out of first place in the National League Central. It was a 10-inning affair in Seattle last night. The Mariners came out on top 2-1 over the White Sox. Mitch Haniger's single in the 10th drove in the winning run. The Mariners have won 16 one-run games. That's the most in the majors. It's a 4-game winning streak. They've got a 6.5-game advantage over Texas in the American League West. The Sox are a major league worst, 17-52. The losing skid sits at 4. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get in zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Time for an oil change? Right now, you can save on Valvoline Restore and Protect, the only oil that restores and protects your engine to like factory clean. You can also save on brakes, tools, and more during the Father's Day sale with dad-approved deals through June 16th. AutoZone Father's Day sale, now through the 16th. Get in zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective. A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Discover the authentic taste of Italy at Mazziano's Pizza and Pastaria at Route 20 and Nestler in Elgin. There is one true fact of everyday life that never dulls: the simple pleasure of eating great Italian food. At Mazziano's, they'll make sure your dinner or lunch will be the best part of your day. Whether you have a taste for pizza or any of Mazziano's homemade Italian recipes, like ravioli or lasagna, they can also cater your party. Enjoy it any way you like: delivery, carry out, or dine in. Visit Mazzianos.com. Keeping your car's coolant system in good shape with a regular flush is really important. Let the experts at Meineke Car Care Center at 376 Sundown Road in South Elgin remove your old coolant, preventing chemical buildups in your engine. Then they'll fill your entire system with new coolant to help your engine run smoothly and prevent rust and corrosion, increasing your engine's lifespan. To schedule your appointment, call 847-888-9644.
The opinions voiced in this program are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, financial advisor, or tax advisor prior to investing. Securities offered through Securities America Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through Robertson Wealth Management. Robertson Wealth Management and Securities America are separate entities.
Welcome to Straight Talk Money, the place where you learn the wisdom of Wall Street. Over the next hour, you'll not only get straight answers to your questions about your money, but also get firsthand insight into the economy and the markets from people who have seen it all. Get ready. Straight Talk Money starts right now.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the show. Okay, so we've all been subjected to it, whether we've checked into a hotel, gone to the retail store to make a purchase, and even our huge credit reporting agency. All of us have been targets of hackers, and thereafter our personal information. Now, last year alone, data breaches were up nearly 20%, and with the current work from home environment caused by the whole coronavirus outbreak, it's becoming even more of a threat, not only for employers, but also for employees too. So what can you do to protect yourself, your family, or maybe even your business? We've invited a security expert to the show today to answer those questions and a lot more. We've got CEO of Security Weekly, Matt Alderman, on the show today. Matt is an information security, compliance, and risk veteran of 20 plus years of experience designing and implementing solutions. And so, Matt, welcome to the show today. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you, Peggy.
Why don't we start out with, okay, you being a security analyst, and interesting, right before the show, we were talking about the fact you were talking about how busy you are, and the fact that businesses have had to change how they do business, basically, because of all the lockdowns and everything. It seems like that's got you all on your toes.
Yeah, well, we're in the podcast business, and we produce 7 different shows a week around different security topics. And the news doesn't stop, and the hackers don't stop when employees are not in their offices. And so we've covered a lot of the news over the past number of weeks on, the different challenges that people have moving their employees from on-premise into a remote workforce, the increase we've seen in phishing attacks, targeting people specifically to try to get information that they can use to breach data. So we've stayed very busy publishing a lot of our podcasts on a weekly basis, and there's been plenty of news to cover, obviously, over these past few weeks.
So, Matt, I think one thing our listeners would like to learn more about is, let's say you've moved to a work from home environment, or you've moved to a work from home environment. What are some of the things that you would recommend potentially doing to improve your IT security?
Yeah, I think the first challenge that a lot of organizations went through and the employees are going through is when I move outside of my corporate office, what machine am I going to use? Am I going to use a corporate issued computer that already has certain security protections on it? Or am I using my home computer and connecting to the corporate network? And the reason I say that is because most organizations already have some of these basics on their corporate networks already, like antivirus and different endpoint software. They have a bunch of network sensors in the environment. So they have a lot of security controls already. So when I move to a homework environment, the first question is which machine am I going to use? So some organizations issued corporate devices and sent them home. And so the first, in that scenario, Chase, it's pretty straightforward, right? All my corporate security controls are already there. I'm going to connect via VPN if I have enough virtual private network capacity, which was a challenge for a lot of organizations. And so that was pretty straightforward for those organizations. But those that couldn't do that, now I have a home PC I have to take care of. So what are the basics? Well, you need a basic antivirus or anti-malware program on the machine to protect from those basic viruses and those malware attacks. We know that there's better solutions than just basic antivirus and anti-malware, but that is like table stakes on a home PC. That there's free versions out there. A lot of the internet service providers also sometimes bundle in a McAfee or a Norton kind of product that you can use. So that's kind of like one of those first things that has to be put in place.
Sure.
The other thing you have to think about now is network connectivity, Chase. And so I got to connect my PC to the internet because now I have to use a virtual private network to connect to a work system. And you want to make sure that those connections are secure, which means I've got to put in some basic firewalling in my internet router, maybe some basic protections around my Wi-Fi network so that other people can't intercept or get onto that Wi-Fi network, so that I can protect the traffic that's going from the home PC now to the work environment. So those were some of the early, basic things that just everybody had to try to figure out.
Sure. So, I mean, I guess it would be safe to say, and I saw this a little bit before in operating this business. When we switched from when we upgraded to much bigger, more advanced, sophisticated service providers. I mean, the total revamping of our just physical IT here at Roberts Wealth Management was a significant cost. I mean, it was a huge percentage of gross revenue. Now that it's done, I couldn't be happier that we did it. Though I make a joke, we are over passworded. You have to basically enter in 7 passwords to get cranking. What is the future of businesses from an expense standpoint look like? Matt, are you still with us?
I think we might have lost him just briefly, but that's a very good point. And when these businesses have to take on this kind of a cost.
Yeah, I mean, when we added TD, we upgraded from First Allied to Securities America to want to give our clients the very, very best, and service providers, especially on, to try to continue to remove fees, to add value, to have, TD Ameritrade has the VEO One platform that I've been playing with. Just amazing IT. But, that all comes at a cost. We had prepared for it, though. I was talking with a gentleman yesterday who, you were in the office talking to. I mean, the cost of it to us was substantial. The question I have is that now that we have the pandemic, your revenues might not be as high. Will corporations have the capital to be able to invest in their IT now to evolve to this new work order, I guess is the way to put it. And how does that look? Is it good for us? Is it not as good? I don't know. I mean, but I'd love, we'll hear from Matt when he comes back.
And I think one of the things is it's going to make a difference of the type of business, whereas a business, and I think we've got him back, right? A type of business like us, Chase, where it's a little more regulated, but what about companies like maybe a smaller company or a retail company or something? Who is going to have to absorb those costs? Are they going to have to pass them on?
I think you're being very generous because we're not a little overregulated. We are crazy overregulated. Matt, what I was saying is that when Robertson Wealth Management upgraded to new service providers, going from First Allied Securities to Securities America as our broker dealer, using the TD Ameritrade platform, the VEO One platform, we had prepared for that big IT cost that came in at almost 10% of our gross revenue. My question for you is how can businesses be ready for the big shock, given all the disruption potentially in their revenue because of the virus? But we'd love to hear more of your thoughts on the other side of these breaks. You're listening to Straight Talk Money. Chase Robertson, Peggy Tuck, Matt Alderman. We'll be right back.
One down for you.
The lightest, fluffiest pancakes are calling your name at JoJo's Diner, 1935 West Gulf Road in Schaumburg. JoJo's has a huge breakfast menu featuring skillets, eggs Benedict, and so much more. Don't stop at breakfast. JoJo's also offers great burgers, sandwiches, and shakes. And for mouth-watering prime rib, try JoJo's for dinner. They have such a versatile menu. JoJo's Diner is family-owned and operated, and it's one of Schaumburg's best-kept secrets. Visit jojosdiner.com today.
This summer, get outside and enjoy a quick round of golf at the Twin Lakes Golf Course in Palatine. Twin Lakes features an executive 9-hole golf course with a driving range, cafe, and pro shop. Just starting the game, lessons are available. Take a couple of hours for yourself and stop at the Twin Lakes Rec Area off Northwest Highway and hit the links. For a tee time, call 847-934-6050.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Counterfeit products are popping up everywhere. Fake sneakers, fake cosmetics, and even fake pills. Crooks are selling counterfeit versions of just about everything. Last year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products were sold in the U.S. Sure, it may seem like saving a few bucks on the things you want isn't a big deal, but counterfeits are usually made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. And the money you've paid, it goes right into the hands of criminals and may support child labor, drugs, and even gangs. Smells like big crime to me. So if you still think buying fake products is harmless, think again. And remember, if you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart, buy smart. Go for real. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org. This message is brought to you by the United States Patent and Trademark Office and the National Crime Prevention Council.
By love of food and wellness, Mockingbird Bar and Garden of East Dundee encourages you to eat seasonal and clean while still indulging a bit. Whether food is served fresh or wood-fired, nothing is overcomplicated. Mockingbird Bar and Garden promises to give your palate something delicious and new and aspires to be a hive of buzz and activity. Start your weekend with an espresso or complement dinner with wine, specialty cocktails, or craft beer. Visit mockingbirdbarandgarden.com today.
Open Book joins the WRMN lineup every Monday from 1 to 2 p.m. Tune in to Open Book with the Gale Borden Library as their team brings you the features and events the library offers. Educational, informational, and timely. Open Book includes the services Gale Borden Library offers, like the summer reading program. That's Open Book every Monday at 1 p.m. with the Gale Borden Library. Brought to you thanks to KCT Credit Union, where your financial well-being is their top priority.
I think we're back. Peggy and I were doing a little dancing here. But anyway, welcome back to Straight Talk Money. I'm your host, Chase Roberts and Peggy Tech. We have a very special guest on. He's a good friend of the firm's, and it's been a pleasure getting to know Matt over the years. But we have Matt Alderman with Security Weekly, CEO of Security Weekly. They're in the podcast business. I've actually had the pleasure of doing a podcast with them. It was a video podcast. I thought I looked kind of funny, kind of like a chipmunk in the picture, but I'm sure it worked out well.
But his background is cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity, yeah, big topic,
especially now.
Matt, I want to re-propose my question, and I won't go through the big ramble, but we had just done a big upgrade. It was a significant expense, much more than I had anticipated. So glad we did it. Now that all this has changed, how will companies tackle? Will they need to do big securities upgrades to integrate this new kind of work from home bifurcated world?
The whole new environment that we're in now.
Yeah. How does that?
Yeah,
work
they have to. Yeah, and so we've seen some very interesting trends. The show that you came on, my Business Security Weekly show, Chase. I have an active chief information security officer that sits on that show with me. He works for Carousel Industries, which is a service provider in the security space. And I've asked him, I'm like, what are you doing different? And so all organizations are looking at their budgets right now to decide which projects they're going to move forward with and which ones aren't. So we're seeing a lot of projects being put on hold because they may be projects that they're not going to do now. So let me give you an example. Okay. Maybe I was planning to do a server upgrade in my data center. Am I going to keep my data center? Am I going to keep my employees on premise in corporate buildings, or am I going to move to a remote workforce? And so some of the things that we've seen is there will be a shift in the workforce going forward. There's no doubt about it. The question is how much. I've seen numbers anywhere from 5% to 30% of workforces going to a permanent remote structure, which means I'm going to have less people in corporate office buildings. It's going to take some of the pressure off these requirements around social distancing. It'll put an organization in better position if this ever happens again, right? Because we've let the cat out of the bag a little bit here, and so we could definitely see this happen again next fall when we get back into the flu season. So I think CFOs are preparing for a more permanent remote workforce. And so projects that I was planning to do, I may not do anymore. So you're seeing a lot of projects being put on hold to kind of evaluate what other projects might I need to do to support this remote workforce. And so we're seeing some interesting trends when it comes to cloud adoption, the cloud computing environments like Amazon and Microsoft, et cetera, because when I put my systems in the cloud, it's a lot easier to gain access to them. I don't necessarily need to support a lot of my own infrastructure to allow remote employees to come in. The cloud providers have a lot of that. So we're seeing dollars shift from what would have been potentially capital expenditures for on-premise data center equipment starting to move into some cloud services and maybe even some software as a service. So you're going to see shifts in budgets, no doubt about it.
And that net effect is really a positive, right? The margin on cloud service is higher than physical infrastructure.
Yes, for sure. But it will create some interesting challenges for people in my industry, for example, that are hardware dependent or haven't fully adopted cloud technologies, for example. So there'll be winners and losers in the space because, as you know, I track the 25 kind of pure play security companies in the space as well. So some of them might see a little bit of a hit, but I think the net effect is good at the end of the day, because what you're going to have is you're going to see spend. It's just going to be in different places.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think that they're going to have to pass some of these costs down in certain businesses to clients?
Yeah, I think you're going to see at some point you have to figure out how to make up for the revenue loss of having a business shut down. Because if they can't recoup some of that cost and offset some of that cost, I don't know how they survive. I think, the unfortunate part about what we've been through is we're going to see a lot of small and medium businesses not survive this because they don't have a way to offset some of those costs. The big boys will. I think it'll come over time. I don't think you see it right away just because everybody's trying to get things reestablished, economies back open. Putting higher prices right now is probably not a good help to the economy. But I think at some point you have to look at how do you recoup some of those costs.
Matt, if I'm someone and I'm working from home, and this might be probably a real issue for some of the companies, but say, for instance, I'm working from home, maybe I'm working on my personal computer, and, who knows, I might open something up and a virus might come into my computer and ultimately make it back into the company's computer. Are there signs that I could watch for that I would notice on my personal computer, perhaps?
There's a few things, right? I mean, phishing attacks are the most common way we get compromised in the industry. And that is because as humans, we click on the link. We've talked a lot over the years about user awareness and education around security, but you've seen this just increase in targeted email phishing attacks, especially things around COVID-19 specifically, or IRS, your IRS payments, right? And so the hackers are very crafty, and email phishing attacks have gotten more sophisticated. So it's pretty easy to craft one of these emails, click on a link that then downloads some malicious information. Some of the malware requires you to kind of authenticate it, which means if you've got certain protections on your machine, for example, it can't install the process without requiring your username and password. That's an instant sign that's, wait, something's getting installed on my machine. Should it happen? So that's one sign whenever it kind of prompts you for a username password. The other thing is, this is harder for kind of the lay person at home, is I go in and look at what processes are running on my computer, for example. Is there a process there that doesn't look right? Because these code pieces of malware have to run on your machine, and so they have to be visible in some form or fashion. Mm-hmm. There are some tools that can help you do that, but for home users, it's really hard if you don't have the technical skills to really get to that level. You hope that your antivirus or anti-malware catches it. You hope that it prompts you for username, password. So there's a few things you can do, but that is typically the way most of these attacks actually happen.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime you're prompted to download something, that's a total gimme.
And they even sent them on my phone. I'll get a like a text message and it coming from a number or some, and it'll have just a link. And it is awfully tempting sometimes because you don't know. But
and the other thing to point to Matt's point on to point to Matt's point.
60 seconds.
Make up stuff on this show. IRS. We've via handling our clients' estates here and an unusually large quantity over the last couple of years, and dealing with the IRS on behalf of families, they always send a letter, always 2 letters actually, and there are multiple copies of them. So the IRS is as much as you might feel that you're important enough for the IRS to pick up the phone, you're not. And I'm sorry.
Or email you.
Sorry to pop the bubble.
Yeah, and they don't email you either.
Sorry to pop the bubble. Oh yeah, or email you. They send a letter. Always be wary about that kind of thing.
And they're I have to say, you're right, Matt. They are pretty darn clever about some of the things, and it will look. The email will look so authentic. If it's coming from Wells Fargo. Oh, that's my bank. Or it's coming from AT&T. That's my email. But if you look at the address line, a lot of times I get them and they'll say, Joe Schmo from somebody EDU or something like that. So be very, very careful.
Yeah.
All right, folks. You're listening to
The
Straight Talk.
emails themselves and the links, both. You got to check them both.
We'll be right back after these important announcements.
She was a black-haired beauty with big dark eyes and porn.
Microsoft has new computers that put AI first, this special category called Copilot Plus PCs. They have minimum specs plus a chip just for AI. The company unveiling the first Surface devices with the designation, powered by Qualcomm chips, not Intel. One notable AI feature is called Recall. It lets your computer remember everything you do so that you can find files, images, and websites later. More tech news tips on Rich on Tech.
Every Saturday from 1 to 4, right here on WRMN.
Is it noon already? Take your lunch hour up a notch with Out to Lunch from 12 to 2 p.m. right here on WRMN 1410 a.m. Unwind with the perfect blend of soothing sounds and lighthearted conversations that'll make every bite taste better. Whether you're in office or out on the town, let us serve up the best in radio company. Stream on the go with our app on Google and Apple. Because lunchtime is your time. Out to Lunch every day from 12 to 2 on WRMN 1410 a.m. The talk of the town.
From morning coffee to your evening commute, WRMN 1410 AM is here for you. The faithful friend that brings you local news, timely topics, and the friendliest voices in the Valley. Stay informed, entertained, and engaged with our full lineup of shows, streaming all day, every day at WRMN1410.com or on the WRMN app. Wherever you are, we're right there with you. So why switch stations? Stick with the one that has it all. WRMN 1410 AM, your daily companion, your constant conversation.
Searching for a financial partner that truly has your best interest at heart? Join KCT Credit Union, where they're more than just a bank. They're a not-for-profit financial cooperative. KCT members are owners, meaning profits go back to you in the form of lower loan rates, higher savings rates, and fewer fees. Experience personalized service that puts you first. Become a part of KCT, where your financial well-being is their top priority. Visit kctcu.org. Each account insured up to $250,000 by member's choice. This institution is not federally insured. Discover the authentic taste of Italy at Massiano's Pizza and Pastaria of Elgin. There is one inexhaustible aspect of everyday life that never dulls, namely the simple pleasure of eating and drinking. Massiano's wants to make sure that this is the best part of your day. Visit Massianos.com and sign up to view their special offers all year long. Delivery, carry-out, or dine-in, enjoy it anyway, because life is good at Massiano's.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
All right, folks, welcome back to Straight Talk Money. I'm your host, Chase Robertson. Peggy Tuck. Hope you're having a great morning. Who knows what your commute is like anymore? Maybe you're driving across town in your SUV. Maybe you're just driving across your living room in your...
You might be walking from the kitchen
in your bathrobe. Who knows? Maybe your kids and your wife have driven you totally crazy by now. Who knows? But anyway, we have a special guest on today, Matt Alderman, CEO Securities Weekly. I've known Matt for a while now. I got to know him. He's a great guy. Great insight into the industry, and interesting enough, actually kind of tracks his own indice. anyway. So, Matt and I and Peggy have been talking about IT security, the change that the COVID-19 has put on the way businesses operate, the future of that, and we're talking cloud migration. Matt, since we are a financial news talk show, and you do track some stocks that do participate in this space, what are some of the ones you track and why, if you got thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, I track the pure play cybersecurity companies. There's about 25 of them publicly held. There's a few more.
Sure.
And I track them because I want to understand how my industry performs against the broader markets, like the NASDAQ, right? You have the NASDAQ heavily with the FANG companies, et cetera. How does cybersecurity stack up against those companies? So I track them. And when I started thinking about my next review, which I do in July, every quarter I kind of do a podcast on that market and give everybody an update. I'm thinking, what are the results going to look like for some of these companies? So there's some that I really like in this industry. Chase, as you know, you and I are big fans of CrowdStrike, endpoint security player, fantastic company. I mean, CrowdStrike thrives in this kind of environment because they're putting endpoint protections into potentially a lot more devices that are now at home. I think it's really good for their business model. Great technology, great leadership team, known them for a long time. So companies like that will thrive really, really well. Then you have some of the guys that are better positioned when we move to the cloud, like a Cloudflare or a Zscaler. Zscaler's made some really interesting acquisitions over the past couple of weeks. Actually, two of our sponsors have been acquired by Zscaler. The first one was a company called CloudNeedy that really focuses on the configuration of your cloud environment, which is a big challenge when it comes to cloud breaches. They actually help validate whether those environments are configured correctly. Then they just bought another company called Edgewise Networks, which is a really interesting kind of application user microsegmentation play. Again, really relevant in an environment where applications are going to be distributed pretty much anywhere, and you can put more granular controls around how applications and users interact. These are all great kind of technologies for the environment we're in. So those are some of the ones that really excite me. Then there's a few that are like, ooh, they could struggle through this market shift.
Sure. And one thing I wanted to note, folks, is that if, we talk pretty quick on the show, or at least we try to talk quick enough where we merge words together and create new ones. 844-305-7800, opening the lines up if anybody has any questions for the CEO. Also, on some of the stocks that he named, we are happy to give you that list of the stocks that Matt tracks. Just reach out to us, straighttalkmoney.com. Peggy can provide you some of those if those are places that you might want to do a little homework with. But if you have any IT questions, go ahead, give us a shout, 844-305-7800. Happy to discuss those if you have any that pique your interest.
Hey Matt, when anybody that's got a computer, whether they're doing it through their server in their office or maybe it's their home computer, there's all different kinds of security software out there. I personally just happen to be big into Bitdefender, but there's Norton. There's so many antivirus softwares out there. What would be perhaps some of the ones that would be better for at-home working?
Yeah, it depends a little bit. I'm a Mac user, so I use Sophos because they support the Mac platform really well. On the Windows platform, Windows has its own Defender capabilities. I mean, the Microsoft capabilities in Windows 10 and above have really improved. And then you've got Bitdefender's there. A lot of people have stayed away from Kaspersky because some of the concerns with the Russians, but there are some very good platforms out there for the different platforms. So I'm a big Sophos user on my Mac, for example. Some of the other technologies get interesting, though. When we think about some of the core basics that I need at home, I need a good antivirus, anti-malware. Take your choice. I also need a password manager. One of the biggest challenges that they use the same username password over and over and over again. So let's take a breach of any company, and they get your username password. It gets stored on the dark web. Somebody buys that credential and they use it against your other accounts. They're going to work. So one of the big protections that home users could do is, even if you use the same username, use a different password for every site. That means you should have a good password manager to help you manage those passwords, because it's really hard to memorize them.
Oh,
and
yes.
so there's some really great password managers out there. But that means if one of your accounts gets breached, they can't get into your other accounts. So I know we get lazy as humans. I tend to do it occasionally as well. You keep using that same password over and over and over again, but that's really dangerous, because once that password's in the hands of criminals, they're going to attempt to use it on your other accounts. That's what hit Disney Plus, by the way. Disney Plus wasn't at fault. It didn't really have security concerns in it. What the attackers did is they took a bunch of username password credentials that had already been stolen and just used them as a credential stuffing attack, is what it's called. And it allowed them to gain access to certain accounts because we used the same username password.
Matt, tell me about password managers. What are some good options there? Because I mean, before I even get to the office, once I get in the office and log in, I'm 10 passwords in, and I'll be honest with you, they're not that difficult. It's hard to keep up. What are some good options to manage that?
Yeah, the one I use and the one I kind of prefer is LastPass. I think LogMeIn now owns them, but the LastPass system is what we use at Security Weekly. All of our employees have it installed, and that's what I use as my password manager. There's a couple others out there like KeyPass, and there's a one called Password Safe. So there's a few different options. They're free, and it requires you to log into them. So let me give you my second tip on passwords. So if I have a password manager, which is great, it has all my passwords, then I need multi-factor authentication to that password manager. That means not only do I have a username password, but I have a second authenticator. And this is where something like a Google Authenticator, which is free, comes in really handy. And what it does is it adds an additional layer of protection and requires you to have something outside the username and password to authenticate, especially to something like a password manager. Because since the password manager has all your passwords, you need to put more protections on it. And so I use Google Authenticator as my kind of multi-factor authenticator.
So are you telling me that sheet of paper I have at home that I have all these little scribbles down of all these different passwords is probably not such a good idea?
It's definitely not a good idea in an office. At home, you can protect it a little better, Peggy, but you're right. Writing them down doesn't necessarily help if they fall into the hands of somebody, which is why, we used to make the joke, you had all the sticky notes on your monitor with all the different username passwords to your site. That's not very secure.
Oh, you've just got all our secrets now.
Matt knows. For sure.
I had to change my I actually had to change my password to get into my computer here at work this morning. And I have a hard time remembering them, and I was really struggling to come up with a different combination that I hadn't used before.
Sure. Anyway, you're listening to Straight Talk Money. Chase Robertson, Peggy Tuck, Matt Alderman from Security Weekly. We'll be right back after these important announcements.
Adrenaline Monkey is located inside the Life Zone 360 building on Route 72 in West Dundee. Release your inner wild child at Adrenaline Monkey. It's the area's highest octane indoor adventure center. Perfect for the whole family too. Adventurers of all ages can try Ninja Warrior obstacles, rock climbing, vertical adventures, and aerial course. Adrenaline Monkey can also host your organization's team building programs. Half day and full day sessions are available. Visit adrenalinemonkeyfun.com/WD.
Over the years, you've brought them into your home. You were prescribed opioids after the C-section, when Dad injured his back, when your basketball star tore his ACL. Opioids helped with the pain, and you held on to them just in case. But did you know holding on to unused opioids puts your family at risk? Opioids are powerful pain-reducing prescription medicines, but most people who are prescribed opioids don't finish their prescriptions. So millions of unused opioids are sitting in homes across the country. And tragically, more than 100 Americans die every day from overdoses involving opioids. What can you do to protect your family? Remove the risk of unused opioids from your home. Pills, patches, or syrups in drawers, purses, and cabinets, anywhere they might be hiding. To find out how to dispose of them properly, visit www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit benderdentalcare.com.
Beef Villa's 3 locations offer much more than their signature Italian beef. Try the Italian sausage, roasted chicken, and more. There's a big variety of delicious side dishes. Beef Villa uses quality ingredients from homemade recipes, and they purchase top-of-the-quality food products from their vendors to bring you the absolute best tasting of foods. Beef Villa's great service and quality are waiting for you, but you won't be waiting long because it's always hot and fresh. Visit beefvilla.com.
Beef Villa is a family-owned restaurant that has been in business for over 50 years. With homemade recipes made with quality ingredients, Beef Villa's great service and quality is served hot and fast. For the menu, catering locations, or for an application to join the Beef Villa team, visit beefvilla.com. Saturdays mean cruise nights, weather permitting, on Spring Street in South Elgin. Visit beefvilla.com.
Now, more of the straight talk you need to make it in today's economy.
All right, folks. Welcome back to Straight Talk Money. Peggy's working on her left hook. Always entertaining.
This was actually a song from my Jane Fonda workout when I was...
Oh, yeah?
Takes me back.
What's your favorite, Rocky? What number?
Oh, gosh, I don't know.
Mine.
Probably quit watching after 1 or 2.
I like the one where he fights the Russian.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back, folks. Hope you're having a great day. It is a great day. We have Matt Alderman, CEO of Securities Weekend on. Matt's a great guy. Lots of insight into the security business. You know, we've been kicking around some ideas around password protection. I just want to reiterate a couple things Matt said that I thought were huge value adds. Matt mentioned password management, and just reach out to us, straighttalkmoney.com. We can have some avenues for you to do that. But really key in what I call an over passworded society. If a lot of passwords are hard to manage, and as Matt gave us some insight, you really need to have different passwords for each one of those logins, which depending on how many you have, it could be a significant amount of just constant memory and organization. But real value add there. I mean, that's something I'm gonna immediately attempt to integrate in my life. Is just a way to, and for me, it's overkill. I mean, I have 10 passwords plus my finger, and then I can actually go to work. But and I'm really not joking. It's a lot of digital access. So, Matt, what are some other things you could leave our listeners with that are tremendous value adds from your perspective on a very fluid industry?
Yeah, one of the other things I also do at home is I back up my computer system, and with ransomware attacks on the rise, how do you protect your files so that if you are targeted by a ransomware attack, you have a place to go get those files to restore them? And cybersecurity in its overall domains has this domain called recovery. And we sometimes forget about it because it's not really sexy. If you think about backup and restore, it's like kind of boring, right? Everybody wants to go, play with the latest hacking tools, et cetera, in our industry. But backup recovery is really important. How do you back up all those files and all that information that you want to keep? And if you're targeted by a ransomware attack, you need a place to be able to go get it and restore it from. So, again, these are mostly paid services. I use Code 42. I use it personally. We also use it in the studio to back up all of our important files in our desktops. And that gives us confidence that if we were ever targeted by ransomware and some of our critical files were locked up, we know we can go restore them and get them back. And we forget about that sometimes. I do it at home primarily because my wife wants to make sure she can keep all the kids' pictures and videos and other things over the years. So I have those programs running. But it's just a good practice to have in place. And these aren't super expensive software programs. They're usually run in the cloud. You put a little agent on your machine, and it keeps everything backed up. I also have a local drive that I back up to as well, just in case. But that backup recovery is still an important piece that I think a lot of people forget about.
You mentioned kids, and I really want to touch on this because for parents out there, what are some of the most important things that they can do to protect their kids, especially in this day and age with so much social media and some pretty sharp lurkers out there, I guess you could say, in these kind of social medias and online?
Yeah, I mean, social media is tough. It's proliferated, and all of our kids are using it in some form or fashion. I'm not a Facebook user, for example. My wife has a Facebook account. My kids, two of my kids do. But we've put some controls in place where we can do some level of monitoring. So there are some great monitoring tools out there. Custodio, Screen Time. There's a few of them out there that have both free and some premium services that allow you to monitor what your kids are actually doing on some of these platforms. The reason I don't use Facebook, for example, is I'm pretty skeptical, right? I having grown up in the security industry for a long time, I know how people use personal information to do things like guess passwords or try to guess mother's maiden name to do a password reset, for example. I mean, hackers are really good at targeting for this, right? Now you put your kids online and your kids are sharing a bunch of information. It creates some very interesting challenges, I think, for people, not only to protect their kids, but now there's a bunch of information that social engineering firms can use to gain information about you. So I like to do some level of monitoring with what my kids are doing with their accounts, just to make sure that they're not being targeted by potential hackers and or other mischievous actions that are out there. So there's some software out there, but it's tough. I mean, anybody, Paul, my founder, he's played with a lot of these different tools. He's put a lot